Hello and welcome to Tales from the Temple Tankard. I am Jim, aka Argent Wind, and I am your dungeon master for Avress the Shattered World here on the Temple Tankard Discord server and YouTube channel. We are picking up right where we left off, literally right where we left off here. The group had met up with the Orc rebels at the place called Refuge, where the Centaurs and a few of the orcs from the Cauldron and well, did met previously had basically all agreed and planned to rebel within the cauldron itself there to cause a disturbance and hopefully get free of the place. Um, the plan was basically once you all made a disturbance of some kind, they would rise up and do what they needed to do, and in the meantime, they would try to garner support amongst their forces and make plans and everything else. So as they went to go do that, you hopped on the rock, and in the process of those conversations, learned that there was something happening down in the ruined Orc city to the south of the Cauldron. Something to do with Rary and a ship of some kind, or something along those lines, and that there was devils sighted in that city as well occasionally. So you decided to check that out, thinking, "Hey, Rary's a lich. That may be where Rary is hiding his phylactery." So the plan was to head on in there, fly down to the part of the city there, and adopting the guise of varying kinds of devils, wandered into the city, trying to blend in and um, find your way through to where the ship was located. In the process, not quite as stealthy as you might expect or need, and were spotted by some ice devils within one of the structures there. Had a bit of a altercation, took down one of them, and left off with the second one having thrown out his weapon to surrender and speak with you. So we pick up in that small building right now, where one of the second ice devil, who was beat up and messed up and everything else, is glaring at you, asking you what it is that you want, what are you doing here. So that's where we'll pick up. What do you want? What are you doing here?
Who can actually speak with it?
I believe, let me double check them real fast. I think this one might speak common if it wants to. Let me see.
Might speak if it wants to.
No, it speaks infernal. So yes, it's basically speaking infernal. Someone did have tongues up there, and had that active.
I believe that was Amethyst and Raz.
I speak infernal.
I think Raz speaks infernal. Yes, so Raz, you
Yeah,
can.
I think me and Lucas had tongues. I think.
No, you cast on yourself.
Did I? Just me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Raz and Amethyst can both understand him and speak it. So
Okay.
one of the two of you, yeah.
What's he saying? He sounds like he was hissing a lot.
He wants to know what we want.
Well, the phylactery, obviously.
He's not going to give that up there, is he?
Should I ask him?
Yeah.
I can't find out which one is the infernal, so I will ask him. I take his black pike and I go, "You and your black pikes," and I just snap his pike and say, "Where's the phylactery for Rary?"
Well, still has a thing with pikes, huh?
Looks down at you because he's taller than you are. He's in the ice devil being sort of insectoid looking, sort of a glittering white carapace like thing there, and as the spear he's holding is snapped in your hands there, cold rushes out over you, and you'll take a couple points of damage here. We'll take 6 points of cold damage as it rushes up your hands there and brushes over your face a bit there. You shrug it off and just glare at him, and his eyes kind of he kind of rears back a little bit at the display of strength because you guys rolled some pretty high intimidation checks last time as well. Um,
You, I do not know any of these things that you speak of. The master only wants us here to keep over the place, uh,
and he kind of glares at his friend there, and
we were not suited to the region we were summoned to initially, so we were sent here.
What did you say?
I'm gonna detect thoughts while this is all happening.
sure, go for it.
Just so that we can get an idea of what's going on over there in that.
Go ahead, and I'm gonna roll a wisdom check. So his service thoughts are very much the same as what he's saying. He's not being deceitful to you. He doesn't know. He doesn't. He, like, and your high insight as well. He's not lying that he doesn't know what where the phylactery would be or anything else like that. To dig deeper into his mind, though, we'll go ahead, and he does have advantage on this, so I'll roll it twice. 9 and 20, but not quite enough. So he resists a bit there, but you kind of like move past his defenses, slip in there, and are immediately assailed by images of hell and memories of a white, icy plain, these jagged spires of crystalline ice everywhere, and just this brutally cold, well, you would assume, based on the look of it there, but in his memories, it's very pleasant and wonderful. A lot of cruelty, basically frozen souls sticking up out of the ice, and he's walking over and smacking them and shattering off pieces of them, and it's just a terrible, terrible thoughts and images. As he speaks of being summoned to this place, there's this horrid memory of being in a very hot place, the cauldron, where there's right there, and Rary basically bringing him through the portal, summoning him through the portal there, and then sending him off to this place. And so the memories of moving through this ruined, almost entirely ruined city, finding eventually places to get out of view and watch and monitor things. So as he's speaking of that, so the memories are kind of picking up and checking out there.
Do I get any inclination that he feels any certain way about Rary, or?
I mean, effectively, you get. He doesn't refer to him as the master, but he holds the contract, kind of thing. He's not acting as a servant. He's been summoned up to do a task, and will be rewarded in some way via the contract that he's done.
Okay.
This is the devils. They are lawful evil, and they are very much transactional in their dealings.
Okay.
I mean, there's the idea of he's not too happy about this non-devil bringing him here and being stuck on this way too warm of a place, but they're dealing with it at least.
Yeah.
The moral of this story is, the next time a Goliath tries to climb over a wall, just let him go.
What Goliath? What are you talking about? That's clearly a demon. I mean, a devil.
That Barb Devil over there.
That Bob Devil, yeah.
Yeah, totally a devil.
They saw through that.
No, they didn't.
One of them
They
did.
yeah, one of them did there, and I believe it was this one. It's the one that you basically hypnotized before it could do a bunch of anything else. It was sort of left alone for most of the fight there, and then you beat it up, and it sort of surrendered. But it's mostly you recognize something was wrong. I mean, your image is still there of you. It doesn't dispel automatically, but he's kind of seeing through it and seeing who you really are. Like, so it's kind of an overlay of a person that he's seeing what's underneath, essentially.
Right. Okay.
And what is this area you're trying to protect? The exact area that you are set here to protect?
We are to monitor any intrusions in this area to make sure no one tampers with the vessel.
How's that working out for you?
Has someone tampered with it that we don't know about?
You are the first that's wandered into this place that couldn't be easily dispatched.
If you are the monitor, can I get a hall pass so nobody else stops us on our way?
I know not of what you speak.
And he's sort of like, at this point, Amethyst, you do get an image of something else. There's a bit of a bitter memory popping up here as you're digging through his mind of someone else is in charge now. And the image he has is of a very large, very broad, very fat, fiery-looking devil of some kind. Large horns and everything else like that.
That tongue watches over the vessel now. We have been relegated to monitor the ruins instead.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
And there's obviously much resentment around that.
Hey, ask him what it is exactly he's protecting.
He's already asked him. He doesn't know what's in there.
Oh. Well, why not? Are they not curious?
Just told to protect it, and they protect it because they're good little devils.
To monitor. All he wants to do is monitor.
Oh, okay.
So what if we go kill the big guy? How do you feel about that?
I have no thoughts one way or the other. It might be that others of my kind can take up the duty left behind by his absence, potentially gaining more of a reward. But I don't suspect you're going to let me do that.
I'm not sure.
Lucas, do you have any idea what's going on right now?
Only what they're telling me.
What if I was to tell you that we're going to close the rifts, kill Rary, kill the Baylor? Send as many home who will go, and the rest of you are stuck here, I guess.
He just sort of like,
I have no interest in your activities, other than I have obviously failed at preventing you from moving to the city. My contract is null and void, so I'm sure I will be sent back in disgrace.
You heard about Trexiarch yet?
I know that name.
Blank.
He doesn't know Trexiarch?
I have not dealt with that one.
Okay. Well, you won't be dealing with him now because he's dead.
His unreadable face. There's in his mind, it's like there's a some recognition, but not really. Like they never dealt with him specifically, so there's no like memory of interacting with him in any way. It was just sort of, when he was brought through, when he was summoned forth and sent off there was a giant. He recognized there was a pit fiend with a black sword in the background. He didn't take any orders from him directly.
I'm just gonna tell the others he's got nothing. He's got nothing we need, I don't think.
Lucas, and Athena, while they're discussing with him, give me a perception check, the two of you. Okay. That's Athena. Not working out so well for Athena there. But Lucas, you're gonna see You will actually, as they're talking, and you're kind of looking around and just kind of casing the place, or making sure there. You will see kind of in the doorway, there's a little puff of like breath or something like that, um, and a little face kind of like poking out the side of the doorway. And as you look up there, it just kind of goes and pulls back as an imp ducks out of the way and pulls back out of view. There's a bit with a high perception there. You see a little bit of a flap of wings as it takes to the air.
How long have we been here? Because I did cast it.
I thought you cast see invisible a while back, didn't you?
Yeah, we're going to last an hour. So
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't been all that long. I mean, I don't remember when you cast it exactly, but we'll say it's still active enough to spot him. And actually, he wasn't invisible. He was just like
oh, right.
when he looked there, you saw what caught your eye was the puff of breath, and then you saw the little face there. But yeah, but it pulls out of you, and you hear the flapping of wings.
I head out. Can I see it fly away?
Yeah. At this point, you do notice that it's gone. It has gone invisible. It's not out of your range of view. It's only gone about 50 feet or so. As it's flapping madly to the north.
Obviously, I'll say imp as I head towards the door.
Okay.
What did you just call me?
I don't remember how tough. They're not very tough, are they?
Not too much.
So, Mr. Icebug, where is your leader? How far from here is he?
He just looks at you and was like,
I have no leader specifically. We are in charge of monitoring the city itself. I have no leader. Other than the one that summoned me, and you know where he is, I'm sure.
Yes, because I know everything.
Question mark?
He knows at least 3 things.
You know, mind my manners. Raz, you? Never got his name.
I did not give you my name. I would not do such a thing.
Oh, then my name's not Raz.
Just sort of like glares at you.
Well, do we have an agreement to go on our way? I've given you information, or are you going to
You've
send
given
me
us
back?
given us nothing.
Told you about Ash Tongue. He told you he was summoned here. He told you he's answered your questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but, I mean, if we leave and leave him alive, he's just going to alert whoever needs to be alerted, isn't he? And we want to be as quiet as possible.
Speaking of, Lucas, you see that flying away. What are you doing about it?
Yeah, I don't want to do. I will cast at it. I'm just looking at this, trying to find a spell. It's not really flashing.
What about banishment? Shall we
Spell
banish
that's
him?
spell that's not really flashy.
Well, I mean,
We know there's other imps flying around, so I don't want a
Yeah.
big streak of fireball or light going towards it.
Well, fireball won't do anything, will it?
some
No, but that's what I mean. I just don't want to be.
I have a longbow. It's gonna make like a lot of noise though.
yeah, thundering longbow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't exactly quiet in this fight here, because there were some thunder and lightning spells thrown in this last fight,
Mm-hmm.
but it was indoors primarily, so it didn't seem to attract a lot of attention, other than an imp who happened to be wandering by and is listening in and now flying away.
Go on, I'll cast at it.
Okay.
No, it gets a save, but what can I do?
Got here. Oh, just
Oh,
almost
that's
first. Okay. That's very low, yeah. But we'll see if it saves here. It does have advantage because they are magical resistance. So 16 and oh, never mind. He had with advantage. So already it's set. So yeah, he fails, takes the 15 damage and just keeps going. It's like he falters a bit there, and the wings flap around a little bit there, but it keeps it actually like bursts of speed, keeps going, like gets trying to get away. Didn't quite take him out. Definitely hurt him. He clutches his little head there a little bit there, and then flies away madly as he tries to fly away.
Can I see it?
If you follow Lucas and step out there, actually, no, it went invisible.
That sounds about
Right, I was trying to see if maybe I saw where the spell hit.
It's basically like it just kind of
Mhm.
not a super visible effect.
Yeah, I was deliberately using a spell that didn't have an effect, so none of the other imps that flying around would see it.
All good.
Can you ever give me a perception check to see if you notice anything, though? I mean, you might see a little warping in the air or a little something up where it is right now. It's always possible.
Me? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I mean, if you're out there looking for it now. Okay, now. I mean,
No.
if you roll in double digits, you might have seen it, but but so far you rolled a 2 and a 7, so not so much.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Can I get another spell at it?
Yeah, you can. I mean, depending on your range. I mean, at this point, it's probably 90 feet away. Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I didn't want to use guiding bolt 'cause it's a streak of light, but
Yeah.
stop it getting away.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely hit. And that will. There's a Athena. You will see the little flash of light shoot out from Lucas there. It hits something and lights up, and you'll see this sort of like invisible in the sky. You'll see this invisible like skeleton appear, like almost like an X-ray image, as it's kind of like and then just falls out of the ground and lands in the street. We just happen to. I'm just gonna roll a basic.
I told you where it was.
Okay.
That's how that worked.
Nothing. Nothing. Like there's no alarm that goes off there. Nothing really happens there. You basically see Imp's body just kind of crash visibly now on the ground, and the glow fades away from it there as it's kind of in the street down the ways there. But yeah, no alarm goes off. No more. The imps come rushing away. You don't hear flapping wings there. You get the impression, kind of glancing around, there aren't hundreds and hundreds of imps in the city. It's more like a couple here and there. They're kind of scattered around. You saw, and the only ones you've seen besides this one so far, you saw 2 on the wall when you first came in and stuck past them. And you saw like 1 or 2 others kind of flitting around in various places there. So all told, this is the fourth one probably about the 5th one you've seen since you got in here. So, yeah. So it goes quiet there. The 2 of you inside with the ice devil, just sort of like glares at you, and
Well, what will it be? Do we have a deal of some kind, or?
Oh, I don't know what he said, but I didn't like that. It sounded weird, so I'll probably just slash him.
I'm thinking about banishment, to be honest. Because then at least he gets to go home. What do you think?
Or we could just kill him and he could go home.
Oh, if you do that, then that's out of my hands. But I'm just putting it out there. Maybe we should use banishment. We should make a deal.
Have you got plenty of spell slots to waste?
To waste? No. No, not at all.
Are we intending to rest up in here then?
Oh, that's
Probably
that
not.
one I missed, Jim.
Okay.
I have a rod of banishment with 2 charges on it, if that's helpful.
Yeah, you lunge at him with the axe there, and he just like sees it coming and just backs away, scuttling the way there. At the point, he's like looking around. He's gonna rush over and pick up the spear of the fallen one that was on the ground, and kind of back up at you. What are the rest of you gonna do there as that
Eldritch
happens?
Blast.
Okay.
If he's going to hit Athena, then yeah.
Well, I mean, he's defending himself. It's
Defending
a,
himself
a
from
little
Athena.
different than just saying to hit Athena. He's defending himself, and she swung at him there. Yeah. With 4 Eldritch Blast there, yeah, you basically, yeah, they all hit. As the carapace just cracks under the force of each blast hitting it there. It just sort of like flails around from it there, dropped to the ground, and the body sort of just like crusts over with ice and starts to collapse under itself, leaving behind the icy spirits there.
Ooh, a spear. Do you want a
An
spear,
icy
Raz?
one. An icy spear.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Raz, you seem to be,
I would not use it. I just break it in half.
Yeah? Why?
Pole arms, black pikes. Black flakes is always. Black flakes is always. You hear the black pikes.
Does anybody else want it before we let him break it in half?
I mean, I'll keep it.
It is extremely cold to the touch, and just holding on to it will do 1d6 cold damage every round you hold it.
Probably not then.
Sure. Nope, I got it.
It is effectively a 2d6 weapon that also does 3d6 cold when you hit with it. But if you are not at least resistant to cold, then you will be taking d6 damage every turn you hold it.
I am resistant to cold.
You are resistant.
Okay.
Hold on.
And yeah.
Mhm.
And yes, you could. Here, ice devil spear is what it is. I have not written it up, but it's literally 2d6 plus strength. It is a short spear. It is not a long spear. It doesn't have reach. It's a little dabbing spear. So it's considered a short spear, which means it also could be thrown. So it is a short spear. So
Short spear. It does
2d6 plus 3d6 cold.
and that goes off of my strength, right?
Yes, yeah, it's a strength weapon. Yes.
Got it.
Raz
Yeah.
would just go all broken, no honor.
Oh, you think you're special. You got that poster. You so specials with your little pokey stick.
I like Pokey 6. Pokey man. What is the range for the throwing?
Whatever your short spear is. Let me look it up there.
Whatever normal short spear is. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, it is a normal spear. No reach. It's basic. Yeah. So, just to remember out here, we are down here at the bottom of the map there in this little orcish city that you arranged here. Esk is back with the rock at the edge at the southern part of the city, basically kind of being a lookout / potential escape route if needed down the road. But the city itself is very quiet. You see and hear no other sounds of battle, no other scuttling of things there as you kind of look back out of this building, which is slowly warming a bit. It was very, you notice you were all seeing your breath while you're inside this building there. It's kind of a little, like an icebox kind of thing. But looking back out in the street, it is deserted. You see the body of the imp lying out there on the ground. But it's sort of a kind of a wide thoroughfare. It would be like wide enough to easily take like 3 to 4 wagons up and down the street side by side. The buildings themselves, what's left of them, are just broken down chunks of rubble. A couple of them have somewhat intact walls, but no roofs. This one, as you kind of looking at it there, essentially would have had a second story that is mostly collapsed, and so this is it's been a two-story kind of a squat building. But what's left of the first floor was intact enough there; it had enough of a roof to provide some kind of shelter. Um, so that's what you see currently. Well, you do know that imp was flying off in that direction, and according to your flyover of the city earlier, yes, whatever that building where you saw the ship nestled into it, there was no roof on that building there, was to the north still.
How
The
far
same
away?
direction.
You say how far away do we reckon it is from here?
A few miles. It's not really close. I mean, it's a large, like sprawling city, with buildings and streets everywhere. Um, so is almost all there. The building was kind of in the north end of town, essentially.
Take us
You
a
are
look.
sorry. Yeah, it'll take you probably a good probably. I mean, just kind of moving along, keeping it quiet there. It'll take you a couple of hours to get there, which steaming lasts for 8 hours. So, um, uh, but moving slowly, kind of keeping together, not walking up the middle of the street, or just walking along in the open like Athena was doing yesterday, last time. Kind of keeping to the edges out of view for the most part there, as they're supposed to do. The four of you are able to wander up, um, kind of wander along the thoroughfare. You pause to kind of get out of the view of things. You might see some movement off in off a couple streets over, as something is moving along there. But as you nothing is drawing your attention, at least it's coming over toward you exactly. You spot an imp or two kind of flitting around in various places there, but they don't pay you much attention since you're not standing out, and they don't really think much of a quartet of devils wandering unobtrusively up the street. Anything else you want to do on this travel to prepare or look for?
When I saw the big thing that we believe now is guarding the airship, have we seen anything like that before? Or have we got any
Not
idea?
exactly. No, you're not sure what
Okay.
this thing was. It definitely had a look. It was wearing armor. It was very wide and in all directions essentially. Had sort of a like glowing red eyes and horns and stuff. And so, I mean, it looks like a devil, but proportion wise, seemed like very very fat, but also very large. Um, the skin was sort of like black and charred almost. Um, the horns kind of curling up the side there. And yeah, just kind of like dark looking armor. Yeah, it's hard to tell scale exactly, but you can tell it was large.
I'm gonna just use the gem of chaos to get a third level spell slot back.
Okay. If anything else you want to do on those lines, go for it. Okay. Well, over time, as I said, there's not much. Give me some just basic stealth checks or deception checks, depending on um, whichever is better for you, essentially. Deception to blend in mannerism wise, and stealth to just be inobtrusive. Okay. Being stealthy enough, but you're not like. I mean, everyone else is doing well enough there, and as you sort of like wander off, like kind of as you kind of like pause and wander, someone grabs you, and Athena kind of grabs you and tugs you along back the way along there. So sort of um, as you get distracted and sort of like wander out into the open, essentially, you get hauled back in. Lucas and Amethyst, you sort of Amethyst, you just sort of like take on the part essentially of, I think you were a horn devil or you were the barb devil. Which one was which exactly? But it's
We
gonna
were the
take on a
horny ones.
devilish.
We were the
Yes, the horny
fine
one.
ones.
That's right. That's right. So you sort of like take on that error, like you're supposed to be there, and even though instantly spotted you, they wouldn't think much of this person moving along with with others in tow, essentially. Um, so while three of you are basically kind of keeping out of view, and with this, you're just like strolling along. Like you're supposed to be there, and nothing seems to question your appearance or where you're going. Um,
Mm-mm.
as you get closer, the buildings again, the roads get a little bit more like choked with broken rubble. So the buildings, collapsed buildings, um, as you kind of moving along here, and up ahead you'll see uh, some landmarks that look familiar, a little bit familiar there. One of the things you spotted from the air by where the building the ship was, there was sort of this circular building, maybe at the base of a ruined tower or something like that. And you see that up ahead with this building mostly intact and this round structure up ahead of you. Um, and there's um, an imp that will be sort of like perched as you walk along there. It'll kind of fly over and
Are you here to see Ashtung? You here to see Ashtung? Are you here?
Um, and at this point, he is speaking Infernal, so the only one, since it's been hours now, I think tongues last for 1 hour? Okay, so this would be Raz. You hear this from the imp there, speaking Infernal to you.
Yes, we are here to see him, but we're not ready to make our approach quite yet.
Good luck with that. Good luck.
And he goes flying off.
I appreciate your luck, and you have a good evening.
There's a fly kind of pauses and looks at you a little weird, shrugs and flies off again. And up ahead, you'll see. I'll move you guys to this map here. Be at the bottom of this map. Zoom out a bit. It's a pretty large scale. To the very kind of bottom center of this map as you're starting to approach. Kind of right about.
We can't see the map, Jim. We've still got the start page.
I'm sorry. There you go.
Finally, the map.
Yes.
The map on the map.
Down.
Both of you stop right now. Diana and Robert, you're grounded.
You can't ground me. You're not my mom.
I need to know the Mappy song.
No, I'm your wife. You're doing it.
I'll sing it to you later, Raz. Okay, it's a good one.
And as you approach, you on the right, kind of you see this what may have been a building or a low wall. There seems to be some sort of mosaic tile that's long, cracked, and broken. Everything else, orangish tiles in the middle and a ring of greenish tiles on the outside there. What's left of the walls is literally just maybe about 2 or 3 feet high and crumpled and broken. So this may have been sort of like a little walled off area, a meditation garden, something strange. You're not sure what this would have been. It wouldn't have been tall enough to be a full-size building based on the rubble that's here. But you will see up. You will see up among the ruins straight ahead of you. You will spot a large. Well, I'll bring the full-size image here, which you would see this being sitting amongst pile of rubble like a throne almost. This creature. It is big, easily taller than Truckshark even. This thing is roughly easily like 20 feet tall as you realize it's sitting down where it is. There is a wicked looking morning star kind of propped up on this pile of rocks next to him. He's kind of got these rocks pulled around almost. He's sitting almost like a throne, like a makeshift throne kind. And Size-wise, you at this point, all of you but Raz have seen giants. This is on par with giants that you've seen. He is much, other than this picture here, is much more round, like just like very fat, as the armor is kind of straining. But as you watch, he's sort of like looking, and he's looking up to the left there as an imp is flying toward him, holding some sort of a squirming rat-like thing. And it's sort of as things starts to squirm too much there, the imp gives it a big shake and it kind of goes limp again, and is flying toward him, toward the big guy. As it gets closer, the thing, the devil thing here will lash out and grab not only the thing the imp is carrying, but the imp itself there, pull it in and shove it in his mouth. The imp and the rat just start crunching away, and yeah, at least another couple of imps in the area all kind of laugh at that. There's one over here, one up on this building over here. They're not visible at the point here. It's just sort of like propped up on these little walls, of these little structures that are somewhat intact. There's three of them kind of off in that area there. They're all kind of giggling at the one getting eaten. But that is what you see as you approach. The building to your left over here is the one that's intact, and you believe that's where the ship is. But from the ground level, you can't see. The walls are tall enough there to disguise anything that's inside of it there. The walls here are good, like 15 feet tall at this point. And from this vantage point, you can't really see over them to what's inside. So you guys can kind of put yourselves on the map if you want to be on over here out of view, if you want to try to sneak among the rebel on the right out of view, or whatever you want to do.
You know what I want to do.
You want to just rush in and go and kill the thing, but there's
I'll be
also
nice.
a bunch of imps that are going to go and fetch help, and those are going to need to be stopped. And I think we should try and be sneaky.
His weapon is not in his hand. It's laying on a rock.
It's just propped up next to him. The weapon's bigger than you are. Like it's literally it's about 10 feet long. This weapon is. Yeah, it's massive. It's this just chunk of jagged metal and spiky bits everywhere. It looks terrible. Yeah, it's huge.
Do you want my portable hole?
It would stick out of that, I think, isn't it?
Huh?
How deep's portable hole? Is it like 10 feet deep?
10 feet deep, yeah.
Yeah, so it would kind of stick out the top of it a little bit.
Eh.
Which means you couldn't close it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast the invisibility.
Okay.
Jim.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time pulling my token out onto the map.
Are you trying to use player one?
No.
Player one doesn't have a token. Player one doesn't have a token, does it?
No.
Player one's currently controlling Athena.
I know.
Well,
there you are.
I can't even pull player one out.
I'm not sure what's going on then. I put you on the map over there by Lucas, so
Appreciate it.
now.
Let me check it.
Yeah.
Yes, I can move it.
Okay, good.
I just couldn't move it from the journal page. I didn't understand what was going on.
No idea. Okay. So you're going in that way, so you're definitely and those walls are about 2 to 3 feet tall mostly, so
That's not where I had myself back here. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, whoa, what are you doing over there? Okay, I got you. Okay.
Nope. That's where I'm at.
Okay. So you duck over to the side there, and Raz, where you got you?
Yeah, just gonna be to the wall there.
Okay. Give me. I mean, right now, right now, all the imps are kind of looking over and laughing at the big guy here, and I'll make you small again. I'm not sure what you're talking, but there you go.
They're laughing at him?
Yeah, they're all laughing at the one that got eaten.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see as you get closer there, you can see it's not lit inside there, but it is daytime and there is light from above because it's mostly open above it there. The ship is kind of nestled down into the structure. And it's open to the top essentially. Lucas, from this spot, you can kind of see in there a little bit, and you see there is you can kind of see a dark shape within there. If you look through this little gap in the wall here, yeah. So in there, let's go ahead and give you a little bit of a opening from that point. You can kind of see the edge right here of a very dark wooden vessel of some kind. You can see the edge of it. Hard to make out details. It is fairly tall because it actually is like it's literally on the ground, and you're looking up at it there. So, yeah, you can kind of see the smooth, dark wood that's over there.
Is there a roof on that building?
No, there's not.
Okay.
So you could climb over the wall, kind of squeeze your way in through gaps in the walls and go in there.
Can anybody fly an
There is
airship?
that possibility.
I mean, we've all like been on an airship, but I don't know if any of us actually know how to make them happen.
No way of knowing if it can fly currently, but
My sister knows how to fly, or not fly, but like pilot regular ships. She was a pirate. Arr.
Alright, we send letter and we wait for her to come get us.
She's on a whole nother continent in a whole nother time zone, man. Timey-wimey, wibbly wobbly things. It might take her a little while to get here.
It's okay. Raz has time. Plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm sure we do.
so the rebel over here. I mean, the gap. Lucas is kind of looking around the corner. You don't see anything. You will. The imp was carrying, and it's about maybe a couple feet, a foot or two, a couple feet long, with this kind of bony looking tail, almost like a rat tail with no skin on it. There's kind of a little bone there, and kind of bony, like jutting out teeth in random directions. There, this is really just think of a mole rat from Fallout, but just like more mangled looking in the face. And you see one of those kind of like walking along, kind of like sniffing around the dirt over there, but doesn't seem to notice you at first. Around the corner here, it's a broken section of the wall that you could probably get through, but there is a lot of rubble there, so it might be difficult to get in without making noise. Essentially, you may have to actually move some rocks out of the way or do something to actually get through that space.
And then we'll make it quiet.
Mm-hmm. We could fly over the top.
Oh, yeah, we can, yeah.
Just have to go high enough over the rebel.
I'm going to peek around this corner.
That one there?
Oh no, it's all over.
Yes.
Never
Okay.
mind.
I'm just peeking my head around the corner, y'all. I'm not stepping out.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Mhm.
You see the big guy, and you spot an imp or two. As you move up there, give me a stealth check, because you are kind of moving into where, like, this imp right here could see you very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Darn.
Okay. So you kind of press yourself into the wall there and look there. It doesn't look over in your direction, but you definitely can see this one here. If you can poke it out a little bit further, you can see the one that's sitting up here. And yes, the big guy is there at this point, still sitting there, and he's lounging back with his head like back against the broken wall behind him, and he's just sort of like sitting on these like broken stones all around him and everything else, kind of piled up like a throne. And he's just sitting back there. At this point, he started picking things out of his teeth. Just, yeah.
It's a vamp.
All right.
Looking very much like a Jabba, an armored Jabba the Hutt. I mean,
Gross.
Yeah, I'll come back around then. I don't want to go out that way. Not by myself. Did we get our temporary hit points for the day?
I think
We had a
used
big fight. We
Yeah.
probably used them up.
Yeah.
Used them up.
whatever you would have had before that fight, and you haven't taken a short rest since then. So
I think it was 23, wasn't it?
it would have
Yes.
been
Yeah,
23
it's
to
23.
I've still got 23.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dow.
Yeah, when you don't get into close combat, then it's hard to lose those points.
I like losing my
Or-
points.
Or fighting like with a lot of range attacks, but those guys did not.
It gives him a reason to give me them in the first place. So yes.
So from there, what do you want to do? You can see that they don't seem to be like alarmed. They're not like patrolling or looking around. If the imps are being lazy, the big fire devil guy is being lazy. The building's about 15 to 20 feet tall.
Now, I could see by the picture that some of it's like crumbled and rumbling,
Yeah.
but is there a way for me to like jump up top there and walk along the rim? Because I heard you say that there was no roof.
You can try to climb your way up there, or you can jump high enough. Yeah, you'll be in full view of the things that are up on the wall.
You're gonna be spotted.
Yeah.
I
There's
did not
no way to be
hear.
this stealthy. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
token, stop moving around.
Yeah.
I did
This
not
imp is
hear
sitting. Yeah, there's an
the
imp.
part.
Yeah, there's imps and stuff around there. There is no roof because you flew over it and saw the ship inside this building. But yeah, you could pop up on top of it there, but you're going to be in full view of the things that are like sitting around up there looking for that kind of thing.
Sorry, I didn't hear that there was stuff up there from anybody.
Oh, yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah,
There's at least 3 imps that we can see on the map.
yeah.
Probably others.
There's
Well,
Is there
I
any
only
visible one?
not currently.
How
not-
tall is the ship?
The ship's about 15, 20 feet tall too. So basically, it's one of the like from the ground you can't see it poking out the top, but if you flew up to the top there, like the way it's sitting there, it would basically be like parts of it might be maybe a little bit higher than the roof of the buildings there. It's nestled in there almost actually like if you weren't knowing what you're looking for, it would be it would almost look like a part of the roof if there was a roof. Probably intentional that was placed in this spot here. And if you're up close there, Dow, you actually see the stones of this wall have been reinforced, like built back up, and like somebody intentionally kind of patched up this wall, not well. There's still parts that are broken off, but there's still holes and gaps in it there, but it was shored up so that it wasn't fully collapsing at some point.
Just say they should have hired dwarves.
Yeah, they could have done a much better job, and they actually hid this thing well, but they didn't seem to worry about it that much. But yeah, you don't think the wall's not in danger of falling down. But it's they didn't do a great job of patching it up and reinforcing it and making it into a usable building. So
we go around so we can sneak in.
okay, all right. So as you kind of move into there, give me a stealth check. Unless is there anything you want to do with the rocks and stones to make it easier to get in?
Well, we'll find the better place on the wall, and then
Yeah, I was gonna look down the wall to find somewhere.
Okay.
better.
There's at least a couple spots where you think there's some gaps further down that might be able to fit through. They may have been originally like doorways or something that have been sort of like reinforced or whatever. Um, as you kind of sneak by there, you can all see kind of the curved deck of the ship going up a ways above you. From that spot there, you could probably squeeze through there. Um, but it might be difficult not to cause some rocks and rubble to crumble down on you there. The next one's a little bit more, a little bit more open for you if you want to try the next one down. Yeah, and from there, we'll go ahead and kind of from that spot. Come on. Yeah, you can see. That much. And so you'll see ahead of you the curved deck of the ship going up. And it's a very blocky looking ship there, very dark wood. Still very much intact. You don't see any gaps or holes in the deck on the side or anything. It's all looks pretty well intact. And you can see kind of up, that would be the deck or the railing of the ship over the top. Something you would have noticed in flying over, there's no mast ship. Yep. Okay. Yes, you think you can probably move in here, sneak your way in there. Give me a stealth check just to kind of move in well enough that you don't. You know that there's imps over there. You want to make sure. You want to make sure you kind of don't pick any rocks or make any noise moving in there. Yeah, Lucas, no problem. Amethyst, no problem. As you move into the space here, and I'll open up some more view of this as you look kind of up and down the end. There we go. And the deck of the ship is above you. Let's see back here a little ways. So two of you in there. So Athena's the... Okay, this makes sense a little bit. Let's see what we have happen here.
Keep in mind, Jim, I've not actually gone in the room yet. I'm
You
still
saw
here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is to go in. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Yeah, being out here. So that's the role when you do try to go in. Yeah, so Amethyst and Lucas, you guys are inside in here now, along the looking up at the side of the ship. There's basically about 5 foot of space between. Well, at the bottom there's a little bit more because the deck curves down a bit. So there's about maybe eight or so feet there, but it quickly up at your head level and above. There's it's like 5 feet between the edge of the ship and the wall that's there. Raz, yeah. Raz, you kind of squeeze in there, and as you do, your shoulder kind of brushes over one of the kind of a rock that kind of chunks off and falls down a bit. You pause for a moment, seeing if anything notices you. And nothing seems to at the moment. Nothing comes. You pause and nope, nothing. You don't hear any wings. You don't hear any footsteps or voices or anything else like that. Nothing seems to have caught on that you're in there.
how much higher is the ship and the wall? So the walls are 20 foot. The top of the ship is
About 20 feet. Like this part of the side there, you think it's probably more like about maybe about 12, 15 feet up. So like from on this section here, because the deck is a little bit lower on this in the middle.
So if we were to go up and crawl across the deck, we would still be below the wall-ish. Where it's
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, your head would probably be poking up above the edge above the wall a little bit there, just walking on the deck. Wouldn't be like you'd be like up above the wall itself.
Jim, does this look like the same boat from my dreams?
It does. Same color. You can't see the whole thing there, but it is the color. That color it was a dark wood. It was a very dark wood.
Mm-hmm.
The ship. I mean, you can't see the whole thing. You're seeing the sides of it at this point there, so you can't see the whole thing
Right.
itself. But yeah, it looks very similar. Amethyst, very magical. There's a lot of magic.
I don't know if I like
Ooh.
this, guys.
Where'd
That's
you
not
go?
where I'm at.
I didn't think so.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, the ship is. And I'm gonna give me a give me an Arcana check with detect magic to get any details.
Oh, not me. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is using detect magic. Okay, good. So a couple things. The wood itself is treated with something that's a bit magical in nature. It's not radiating magic, but it has a very similar type of alchemical magic to it there. There's a preservative and a strengthening agent of some kind. You're kind of getting this transformation type thing of the wood there. Come in very close contact with loftwood. It's very similar to that, but not quite the same thing. You're also getting very much a what magical is this? Let me double check here real fast. Which type of magic this is. I always forget what school of magic it is. Also transformation. So very much a transformation type magic there, but two different things there. And the transformation, the stronger like actual magic you're picking up there is kind of the whole length of the ship. Like it's not something. It's not the ship itself is not radiating magic there, but there is a magical. There is magic all along the ship that you can see. And with the 22, yeah, it's flight based magic. In fact, a very similar style of enchantment to your carpet.
That's creepy.
Again, nothing you can see there. I'll get since you're kind of on the side there. Yeah, I'll give you a little bit more at the top of the ship.
Is there a way for Athena to climb up the ship?
It's kind of a smooth wooden texture there. You kind of use the wall on the ship and do sort of one of those little parkour like things up there on the side. You're tall enough and strong enough to do that.
I am.
Okay. Give me an athletics check just to kind of. This is a fairly low DC, but
Good,
see how
because
well
athletics
you
is
do.
not my strong suit.
But you got good strength, so yeah.
I put
Okay.
a bunch of points into acrobatics.
Okay. Because you're all jumping around and stuff there. So you kind of get yourself up to the top of the ship of the railing here, and you will see kind of this on the top up here, kind of looking over, kind of a front deck, and then it kind of sinks down a little bit to a little bit of a lower deck. There's some stairs right there that you're seeing. Kind of see a little more across the way of the deck here. Just kind of review. Oops, darn it. Yeah, you kind of see across the deck the other side at this point. Just see more what's up here. Kind of seeing. You guys see Athena kind of shimmy up the wall, and you kind of look around the top of the ship here. And give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, not seeing anything else over there. Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to whisper down to Raz and Athena, or to I am Athena, to Amethyst, and say I don't see anybody on the top of the ship.
There's nobody up there, as you can see. Yep. So
I'm
is it? Go ahead.
gonna fly up and just
Okay.
poke my head over.
All right, you do so. Same thing. You see what's over here. Kind of just seeing from the back end there, seeing kind of the back end of the ship. And what you'll see here is not so much a wheel. Like I said, there's these little like spaces here where a mast may have been, but there's no mast actually there. And rather than a wheel, it's sort of a little bit of a platform with it's not like a steering wheel exactly. It's more just like a place to hold on. Like it's almost it's not a wheel that turns. It's just sort of a little a little. I don't know how to describe it here. It's rectangular, a bit of a rounded off rectangular there, like you would hold on to it there. A little platform, like.
I'm going to finish my movement and just go onto the
Okay.
top stair there, and
Okay.
I'm going to reach in my bag and start putting out a rope. So I don't
Okay.
know if rats can climb up or not.
Okay. So, one thing you'll see is from the deck there, Lucas. You'll see underneath this, where the weird like non-steering whatever contraption would be back in the back here, there is a door below it. There's some sort of a grate in the middle here, like a cargo space would be. But from what you can see, Athena, from that spot, as you kind of crouch down and look there, you don't see any light coming from down there or anything else. It's just sort of a space there, like what it would have been.
Before anybody gets any further away, I want to cast telepathic bond on the party.
Okay.
I'll let everybody know I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Lucas is able to receive what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Everybody got telepathic bond then, because I don't think whispering is going to work here. I think we should avoid whispering at all costs.
Okay. All right. So there you go. A little bit of whispers between Raz and Athena, but now that you have the mental, the telepathic bond up again, you guys can kind of move yourselves up onto the deck. It is very solid. It is dusty up here. It is not. You don't see footprints. You don't see any sense that people walking along here. It's obviously the top. The space here is definitely kind of covered in dust.
I hate that evil laugh. Always means you're up for something.
What was the performance check for? I'm curious. Was there?
Huh?
Okay, gotcha. All right. So Raz sort of like climbs up the rope and struggling a little bit there, and then just sort of like manages to pull himself over the top there, and yeah, you gotta put yourself up on the deck here now too.
You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome.
I'd have never made it.
Yeah, we got to look out for each other.
While you're up here and kind of, so Lucas, you're kind of poking beside there. Amethyst, are you flying at this point too?
Yeah.
Okay. While you're up here, you will spot this little imp over here, sort of he's kind of sitting on the wall, kind of looking off in this direction, kind of where the big guy was. Will just sort of like stretch its wings and sort of fly up a little bit there, kind of like put his wings up a little bit, fly up a little bit there, and start looking around slowly. So seeing that he's sort of starting to look around, what do you want to do?
He's in view.
You can see him, yeah. He's literally sitting on the top of like the wall on the opposite side over here. You see him kind of put his wings there. He flies there. He's not invisible. He's just there.
I'm going to slowly lower myself to the deck and lay as flat as humanly possible. Well, as Goliathly possible. And then
Goliathly possible.
That's great. I love that.
and I'm going to have my thundering bow pulled out and notched. So like instead of holding it like this way, I'm going to hold it this way.
Sure. All right. So give me a stealth check. kind of get out of view without making any noise or.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making all the noise.
Well, essentially, you kind of like lean down and get there, and so you're lying down, so you're not really visible across the way there, but you're not well hidden. There's not many places. There's no place to really hide there. Kind of put yourself down on the deck. So while it's like you're not standing up anymore, you're also not like like there's no shadow. You're not in a shadow. You're just sort of like there on the ground. There, kind of laying low. Raz, what about you? Okay, not a whole lot better. Where are you headed to?
Right next to the Goliath.
Okay,
As dwarvenly as possible. I love.
Amethyst, Lucas, how about you two?
I'm going to drop down a bit.
Yeah, me too. Just
No
over the
spell
other
check
side.
needed. You just sort of like just drop out of view.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how this imp does. Just because we'll have him roll his amazing perception check. +1. Got a 4. There you go.
Nice.
So the imp is sort of like, kind of looking around, flapping his there, and kind of like, and then just splits off this direction. Doesn't notice the two of you down there.
Telepathically, what an idiot! Didn't even turn around. Good lord!
He sort of looked over the horizon. Didn't look down at the ship.
I swear, his eyes looked right into my eyes.
Can't hear you, this.
They're not expecting anybody to come here, are they? Let's face it.
Doesn't seem that
Not
way.
expecting it. This guy's full laid back and smug, and the imps are just like la 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 la.
I am going to it's probably stupid because I'm calling this out. I'm going to tiptoe over to this side of this ship.
Okay.
Sorry, my gray is the same as your ship, so there.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're heading over here. Okay, so you kind of move slowly and kind of quietly there. Well, you don't need another stealth check there. You're fine.
I'm going to head over to the door.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let me just reveal a little more there for Athena. Now that you're over on that side there, you can kind of see the gap in the wall over here. You can kind of see down over this way too. Kind of reveal the whole interior now. You can see it. You can't see into the structure over here, but there seems to be some sort of a little building over here. One thing you'll get, however, is that the building over here, there's a there is some sort of through some of the holes in the wall here. There's a bit of a glow of some sort of a lamp or fire or something that's in that building over there. You can't quite see through any gap, but there's some light coming through the wall, through gaps in the wall over here from where you're at. You do see Lucas moving over toward the door, though.
There's I'm going to assume there's somebody else, and there's a building, in that building behind Lazy Pants over here.
Yep.
He's got there's a light on, and the only reason you would need to have a light on is if you needed to see.
Is there magic coming from there?
I'm not magical, but I can try. Can I do some Arcana?
I mean, this has a detect magic going. That's why.
I've got detect magic going.
Oh, listen.
You are very
not that you can really see. There's no strong magic coming from that spot there. Yeah, it's not like it's there's no like glowing beacon or craziness there. It's just there's some light coming through some cracks in the wall across the way over here.
I mean, if there's nothing here, I can have a look in there because I can look through a crack in the wall. If I can go through a crack in the wall, but I think this is probably more important here. So let's search the ship.
Right.
I'm gonna check the door.
Okay. All right. The door is locked. It is not. It seems to be actually. You realize it's more of a sort of a magical lock, maybe even an arcane lock.
Does knock work on that? Doesn't, does it? Doesn't work on magical locks.
I don't believe so, but I'm going to look it up anyway just to make sure.
I'm just looking now.
Yeah. I'm gonna look up arcane lock actually. I want to see
Monday lock.
It does work on arcane lock. Suppress for 10 minutes.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Casting knock on the object suppresses arcane lock for 10 minutes. It says that on arcane lock itself.
Yep.
So, alright, let's do it.
Okay. A loud knock, audible 300 feet away, emanates from the target.
It? Oh, shit.
Does that right in the spell. The knock spell.
Perhaps not then. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. The last sentence there.
Yeah.
So.
What? Can I do anything about that? Let me look. Dun, dun, dun.
Be a double spell. Silence, knock.
I can use subtle spell with a sorcery point.
Well, that would make the casting of it not require verbal, but the effect of the spell would still be audible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like no one would notice you casting the spell, but the actual
hear a
effect
big loud knock, which we don't want, do we?
Yep.
Well,
anybody open locked doors?
No one got silence.
Silent. I don't want silence.
Over the lock.
Do you have silence there, Raz?
No.
Okay.
Well, if you cast silence on it, you can't cast knock on it anyway.
Sure you can.
Yeah, you can.
If you do subtly, you don't need to worry about the verbal component.
Oh yeah.
So subtle lets you cast it regardless without needing the verbal component, so you can still cast a spell while you're silent.
I don't have silence. Does anybody else?
Well, at least we were thinking.
Okay.
You can still try and open it. Just
it's
a lot more difficult.
Has anybody got a lockpick?
I've got thieves' tools. I can have a go.
A crowbar.
Let me just see what happens with arcane.
What's your sleight of hand?
Is it a thieves' tools check?
What's your sleight of hand?
Yes. Basically, the DC to break, open, or pick any locks increases by 10. So it's going to be a higher DC, but yes, you can still pick the lock. It's going to be a lot harder. So, yes, you can make the check, and obviously with foresight, you can get advantage.
What about dispel magic? Does that dispel a lock?
I mean, if you want to use dispel magic to remove an arcane lock, it seems like that would make sense. Yep. Got there, Lucas. 20. Not great. You think that, like, looking at the lock there, you sort of get it in there and like, okay, and while you think you have the lock, the arcane portion of it does not. like you feel the click, like, oh good, oh no, it still won't move. So. Okay.
You do spell?
Yeah. Spell magic.
Yeah, it's verbal somatic. Okay. Right. Let's just see if.
I can do it. Okay.
And this one. Oh yes. Okay. Okay. You cast a spell. With the spell magic, the arcane lock fades, and Lucas, you had picked the lock, so it's actually, you can see now that it'll actually will turn and the mechanism will open, and you can open the door now. So while they're working on it, Raz and Athena, what are you doing up on the deck there while they're opening the lock down below?
Just looking around for imps that might sneak up on us.
Okay. They don't seem to be any coming your way. They have not heard or seen anything over here, as you guys have been kind of not doing anything flashy to make noise or do any brilliant illumination of any kind. And you are going to see. Just verify I've got this set right. Yes, I do. Okay. You are going to see. When you open that door, there was a stairway down to the lower deck. And you guys are basically right up here. I will make you small again there, Rez. Go. And you into a little space there. At the bottom of these stairs, looking right here, is a statue. A very large stone statue. And you'll notice a number of things about it there. First of all, it is a grand-looking stone statue there of a man holding a sword face down. Not really. The armor is not like. It seems to be with etched in the stone, more like a glowing, more of a smooth like shell over him rather than actual like plate armor. And there's wings up the back. Amethyst and Lucas, give me knowledge, history or arcana. Or both if you want. What kind of information you want to get from observing this statue. It is tall. So, as you're in the space here, the ceiling is only about maybe 8 feet tall, and it's basically floor to ceiling. And a little platform there. Okay. Okay. A couple things, and you guys are kind of looking at this little statue, a little strange here. A couple things you will spot. First of all, with the 17 history, you recognize this individual. You've seen his image before. This is Mordenkainen. So the stern face, like the kind of, you can kind of see the beard, the kind of the beard there, kind of the deep set eyes, the kind of the serious looking face and everything else. And with both you with the Arcana check there of 30 and 19, recognize a couple of things. Is that he's obviously, this is depicting him as some sort of a mage armor kind of thing rather than actual armor. And the wings, there's a spell I believe it's called Mordenkainen's Transformation that turns you into a powerful warrior. And it's basically him in that get up essentially. It's Tensor's Transformation. There was a different one here. Not Tensor's. Actually, no. It would be Tensor's Transformation, which Tensor is actually one who taught Mordenkainen. As it was here. So, sorry, wrong, right spell, wrong name. But he's sort of in that kind of like out get up there. Two things you will notice as well. The statue's been defaced a bit. There's like gouge marks on the eyes, on the face. There's like furrows kind of underneath in the eyes down the face a little bit. Not so much that you can't recognize it there, but someone definitely sort of like gouged over the eyes a little bit there. And in the base of the statue are the words, "Who is the master now?" In common. Athena, are you coming down too? Still can't hear you.
Hear me now?
Yeah, there you are. Yeah.
I can't move my token.
What? Okay. What would you do? You broke it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Behind you, you will notice there are two doors. Kind kind of very much they're actually metal doors, like actual like with all very intricately carved and everything else, metal doors that go to the space beyond. There may have been things in this room before, but the only thing left is the only thing left in here is the statue. It seems may have been cleared out of what may have been here beforehand.
What statue is it?
Statue is born in Canaan. Is that so? At the point with the transformation spell on him.
Say shut the door behind us to the deck, so no one can.
Okay. Amethyst, there is no magic from the statue.
Yeah, okay.
There is magic on the doors, however. And you can sense there is magic beyond. You're not sure exactly what type of magic you have beyond there, but there's definitely some magic beyond those doors as well.
This is going to be fun, isn't it?
Can we tell what magic it is on the doors?
What would it be here? Heck. You just saw it. It's arcane lock. So it's basically it's either locked as well. They last until dispelled. So yes, this would be what is that? Divination? No. Abjuration. That's what it is. Yeah.
Can I check the door for traps?
Absolutely. Give me a perception check or investigation, whichever is higher.
Can I help?
You can provide the help action. He's already getting advantage.
He doesn't need any help.
Yeah, in this case, he's fine. There is. It's basically if you were to try to put anything in the lock, there's some sort of a shocking / some sort of a magical like the lock itself has some sort of a little stored spell or something inside of it. So you'd think that it would be sort of a and Amethyst, it's really faint or like very focused evocation magic in the lock itself. So something would go or something.
I can dispel the arcane lock again, but
You want me to cast to save you a spell slot?
well, I'm using the staff at the moment.
Okay.
But I think we're okay for now.
Yeah, you got the. Go for it.
Okay. All right. So, the arcane lock goes away. It is still physically locked, but the arcane lock is gone.
Yeah.
Dispel the. I assume it's a magic trap, obviously. Or is it a magic trap?
Seems to be some kind of magic trap. Yep. And there are different spells because the arcane lock is abjuration, and the trap inside of the lock is essentially an evocation. So there are two different spells.
Another dispel. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So
I've marked off another 6 slots on the staff.
Okay. Don't forget the method of recharging that staff.
Yeah.
So, right. So, Lucas, yeah, the evocation piece goes away. You kind of see, there's no like as you and in your investigation, there's sort of a tingling effect from it. There, almost maybe it's some sort of a tingling / burning effect of some kind there. As you get close to the lock, now that's gone. So now you can go ahead and
open it.
Pick the lock. That will do it. It is a good lock. It is not an excellent lock. They relied more on the arcane slash there. Just enough to deter an average thief from picking the lock, but all the other things were more of an issue. Yeah, you're able to kind of work it in there and pop open the lock, pop open the door. What you see, so you open it up. It does pull back. You essentially pull it toward you, kind of going almost flush with the stairway coming down next to you. As you pull it, and go back this way. And what you see beyond is, go ahead and reveal. I'll reveal the whole room because there is a faint glow throughout the room. You can see the whole thing. It is a massively open chamber there. This may have had some other use in the past, you're not sure. But you will see a large stone, coffin, dais, something or other here with something glowing on top of it. You will see, kind of looking at the side here, these two little gargoyle statues on either side. You will see 5 urns, large urns placed there, and on top of each urn is a skull. And a bit larger than normal skull, I would say. And then on the far side here, you will see a strange metal disc on the ground of some kind. And lastly, you will spot a little bit more normal size skull on the on top of the little stone coffin, whatever it is.
Go in now?
If you wish.
Can we go in now, guys?
Is it magical amethyst?
Oh, I mean, magic. This is sort of like there's definitely magic all over the place. The two of you, as you step up to that little space there, large stone urn there, as you're walking by, the skull feels really, really wrong. There's this cold aura from it that's just sort of like you feel some sort of heat's being kind of leached out of you a bit as you walk next to it that closely, especially.
I think we should check anything for traps before you go any further, because this doesn't seem like it's going to be easy. What? I missed. What's the thing in the middle, Jim? What did you say that was? Sorry.
A stone coffin or something like that. It's the size of a coffin.
Okay.
With some sort of a skull sitting on it.
Very much so, Raz. I have every intention of poking it with my spear.
What are you poking with your stick?
The skull that made me cold.
Okay. I didn't know where everyone is exactly.
I have gone 5 miles down the road.
Cool. Good.
If it starts screaming and alerts everything outside, I'm going to be so mad at you.
Okay. As you poke it with a stick, with your cold stick there, kind of poke at it there, you'll notice that as you look at it there are these 2 very intricately cut gemstones in the eye sockets, and sort of gemstones in the teeth sockets as well. And it will essentially raise up off of the platform, and we're going to be rolling for initiative. Move this to the
Bring
front.
it on.
Boop. Right. So let me bring one moment here. Let me get that all put up into place here. And good. Yeah, we should be good here. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay. and shift this over to.
No, I don't think you do.
Okay. All right. Everybody, I think so far. Do something real fast here as I do. Okay.
Statues in the corner of here as well. Oh, they're gargoyles, aren't they? You said.
Yeah, gargoyle.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Let's see. So now you see this skull will suddenly rise up off the platform there, and there is a voice, kind of a low voice that you dare disturb this sanctum. That will not do at all.
Housekeeping.
Hey, you are first, so
We are just here to clean. That's all we are, just to clean the cobwebs. Stop. Sit down. Oh, well.
it will rotate, turn. The skull will kind of turn at you, and the eyes will flare.
All right. Wicked. Or maybe not.
Who's this? Sorry, been some moment here. Yeah. You go to hit it there, and it just clanks off the skull, just punk. Like no, seemingly no effect.
See, just housekeeping. I was just getting off the dust.
Good. Okay. In that case, after you do that, there the eyes will flash, and I will need both Athena and Raz to give me a Constitution save as he's doing this.
Constitution save, you said.
Yes. Good. Okay, both of you good. Okay, you feel this sort of like lurching sensation as like the heat is trying to be drawn out of you, but you kind of like force it and prevent the loss of the you kind of weather the effect, and nothing seems to happen. Other than that sensation, you think you would have had some of your life drained away, but you seem to have been okay. But now it gets to go. So we're going to go ahead and yeah. Okay. At that point, it does give out this unearthly just howl from from within the space there, and I will need another Constitution save, and this will include Lucas and Amethyst since you can hear it. Okay. Everyone's. I just need to see who I'm missing here. Oh, Athena. Good. So, you clamp your ears, no effect there, and just sort of like flinch away from it there, and again resist the effect of it. However, on a successful save, you are still frightened until the end of your next turn, unless you have somebody be immune to fright. So everyone will, even on a save, you are still frightened.
We're all frightened?
Everyone who heard it, even on a successful save, you're still frightened until the end of your next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Just means you have the frightened conditions, so you have disadvantage on things. Amethyst, you're up.
I don't really know what to do here.
Yeah, you hear the sound, obviously, from the open doorway. And it's this one over here that's open, by the way.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
That's when Lucas opened.
I because I was over here, so I was casting the spell on this one. I didn't realize you were opening that one.
Well,
Never mind. I guess that must have been the one that we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah. You can kind of see it through the open doorway there. This glowing, floating skull, there in front of between Athena and Raz.
Yeah, I would do fairy fire on it, but I don't want to get my friends with that because that would be bad. So I'm gonna at this point just do Eldritch Blast on it because I don't really know what's going on.
Okay. A hit. Hit. Okay.
18 altogether, I think.
No psychic damage, so ignore that. So 15.
Oh, ignore psychic. Yes, 15
Yeah.
then.
I hate to say this, but they're all at disadvantage because of the frightened.
You are frightened currently. So
Okay.
Just roll d20s, and we'll just see if any of them are. We don't need 4 more full attacks. They're all plus 17, so unless you roll super low, it's not a big deal. 10's good. Actually, yeah. Okay, so none of them are the plus 17. Crazy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's going to be the lowest ones. They're going to be a 26. So yeah, they all hit. So 15 damage. Okay. It doesn't. It takes it, but doesn't really. It gets nudged a little bit away from you as four hits all slam into it.
Am I able to quicken another spell?
Sure.
I want to do protection from evil and good on myself.
Go for it.
I'm gonna stay here, I guess. But I don't really. If it can get me from not being able to see it, I guess being here isn't going to be any worse for now.
Okay, I'll put that shield on you, so you are protected. Okay, cool. All right, Lucas. Actually, yeah, we'll do this. Okay, we'll go ahead and it's gonna, as a legendary action, it's gonna do this. The Constitution saving throw. Everything's Constitution saving throw. This guy for one of his actions. So, so this would be Raz and Athena. Another con save. Athena, okay, you are blind as a cloud of dust whips up all around you guys there and just kind of flashes into your face there, and you sort of get, yeah, you are currently blind.
Well, that's not good.
Not so much. Do that. Okay, Raz, you're okay. You kind of put your hands up there and close your eyes, and it doesn't do anything else to you. But now, Lucas.
Move there so I can see it.
Yep.
No, that's the way I hit it.
So yeah, flat roll. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It does not have any ability, but no, definitely no resistance. Okay, so you nail it there, in this, because again, it's kind of like looking all around there, floating up there. You hit it on the side there, flaring up there with light, and it will go ahead and be taking the damage. Raz, from your angle there, you can see it definitely took that damage there. Sort of a glowing crack along the side that sort of like forms from there, as it's sort of like spinning around, looking between you and Athena. Um, Anything else, Lucas?
Give Bardic Inspiration to Athena.
Okay. You are now blind but inspired.
Okay.
Awesome. So here's the lovely thing.
Yeah.
I chose for my... Oh, if Lucas is done.
Yeah, done.
Okay. I chose blind fighting as one of my fighting styles.
Excellent.
Even if I'm blinded, I can still see it as long as it's within 10 feet.
Okay.
So I attack as normal.
Right.
Big ol' axe.
Now hit.
22. Mm-hmm.
Except you're frightened, so it's disadvantage.
Yeah. So even though you're still frightened though. So roll it twice. Just roll it again. Yeah, you're still good. Yeah. All right. So 15. All right.
Oh dear Lord, roll 20. Thank you.
Second hit.
Nat 1.
Oh no. Okay. You know what? Let me do something interesting here.
Middle to the left.
Roll that. roll it again. I wanna
Okay.
see if you, yeah.
Just a basic roll?
Yeah, just a basic. Yeah, just an attack roll. Yeah. Okay. So effectively, your blind sense and everything else is letting you kind of dial in there, and you swing, and you actually hit the urn, but it's basically below it, because I mean it's a floating skull above the urn. You swing and you hit the urn and knock it back into Raz. So the urn kind of goes and slams into you, Raz. Give me a either strength save or dexterity save, whichever is better for you.
If I get all covered in dead man dust.
I'm going to apologize until forever.
Okay. Actually, yeah, when you get hit, there's a puff of ash or something or whatever from this thing here as it puffs up in front of you, but it does not knock you back. You kind of like take the hit there, and then just and kind of like wave it all away. Kind of wave this ash that's kind of blew up in your face there as the urn slams into you. You're not knocked back or knocked prone. So there's that. Athena, that was your second swing, I think.
It was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I am going to attack again, but this time I'm going to put the side eye into it.
You play worse than the barbarian on our ship.
Oh, you stop it. Did that roll?
It rolled.
Okay.
You hit the skull and do not do any damage.
Was this a passenger on the ship? This was a passenger on the ship then?
Maybe.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, it does not. That hit does not hit. So.
That is, and then boom.
Hits but does no damage.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Bonus action is going to be the bulwark force.
Okay. You have 3 attacks or 4 attacks?
3 attacks. The bulwark force is the bonus action that gives everybody half coverage.
Okay, so basically gets a +2 to their AC. Don't forget. Alrighty then.
That's me.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to go ahead and again pulse with the energy. Doing this again. So Constitution saving throw from the 2 of you, I think. I don't think it can. It's within 30 feet. Yes, it will be. I think you're within 30 feet of him, so it'll pulse through you guys in the back there. So con saves for everybody. I realize con saves are what you're all good at, so this is a good thing. Oof. Just good to get advantage. Okay, so again, this energy, you kind of feel your life force being drawn away, and then focus on keeping it and resisting the effect. Okay, sure. After Athena's turn is over with, you will see from this urn over on the right-hand side, the skull there does the very similar thing. It will also rise up. Okay, and sure, I can do that. It's going to go ahead and fly hovering. Oh, come on, now move. What's the right layer here? Go to here. Kind of floats across the way there. And then it's going to target both of you. I need the 2 of you again, Raz and Athena, give me Constitution saving throws. And this time it's doing... This one's a little higher.
Oh.
Raz, this will be... one sec here. 24 necrotic damage. Okay. All right. And that's it for now. Raz, you're up as this has happened. It's not very fun. You don't like it.
Raz is a little bit of a mouth breather, so he's trying to get the cremation ask out of his mouth. And he goes, I felt like somebody tried to rip out my soul.
A couple of times.
Disadvantage, because frightened.
Yep. Until you end your turn. It's only on 1 turn thing, so basically, yeah, you only have to worry about it the first time.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
okay. Well. Roll me that attack over again. Just roll the attack. No advantage, just roll. Just one more roll. Okay. You will smack again, trying to hit this thing in the other. You kind of creep up there, and you're gonna hit the top of the urn, essentially. It's now loose and kind of wobbling around there, and it smacks up and hits Athena.
Yay!
So you hit it right back at her there. The whole urn doesn't go flying over there, but it hits, but the lid of it hits you and splatters to the ground there below you. And we'll just call it call it 1d6. Oh yeah. Total of what's your strength mod?
-3.
Take 4 bludgeoning damage. Athena?
4 bludgeoning damage with a strength mod of 6? Okay.
Yep. So
4
the lid smacks up into you and bounces off there, lands on the ground there next to you. Anything else you want to do there, Raz?
I'm just gonna reposition a little bit.
Raz,
Okay.
I'd like to remind you, I didn't give you any damage when I smacked that urn at you.
Maybe not physical damage, but the psychological damage of all that. Ugh.
The ash in the mouth, remember that part?
I don't remember Ash being anywhere. Nope.
He cried a little bit. He cried.
Did he? Oh, hold on. Let me wipe that away with all the other ash that is still on your face. I'm going to put it up your nose and in your mouth.
As you end your turn, this one here is going to look at you and essentially as you moving close to it there.
As for you, I don't think you should be here at this time.
And he will wisdom saving throw.
I've been saying housekeeping. Look at all the dust.
It all came from their urns. Whoop, okay, you made it exactly. As you are not cursed. All right then. In that case, he gets to go now. And he's going to do the same thing that the other one did here in a moment here. I will need both you and Athena and Raz to give me Constitution throws again. C19. Ooh, nice.
Get a crit. That is what
you're just like, no, I got this.
I got enough.
Raz,
no more.
Oh no. That will be 20 necrotic damage. And Athena, actually, you can't see anything. Never mind.
I can. I got 10 feet.
You can't see. You have blind sense. You know it's there, and you can target it. You can't physically see what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah, like blind sense means you can actually you know where it is, but you can't see the details of it. Like it's an outline of it there. Kind of like Daredevil. You can't see color. So okay, there's that. Yeah, you guys are out of the way. Lucas.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amethyst. Amethyst, you're first. I think 13. So Amethyst, you're up first.
Hi.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I see it there now.
I was miles away then. I don't even know where I was. I wasn't here. Sorry. Weird.
Sorry to bring you back.
No, I'm glad you did. I like being back.
Yeah, so there's just flashes of light and puffs of dust and clattering urns in the room there. You can kind of make it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Some coughing and spitting.
Lots of coughing and
Gross.
Yeah.
Let me take this off. Okay, right. I'll just pass this first one again because I can't do like a lightning bolt or anything like that without hurting my friends and stuff. So,
We can take it.
There's a lot of things in here. There's at least 6 of these, isn't there? And another one on the coffin, probably. I don't know. Dun. I've taken off the extra damage. Oh, it's not rolling the damage at all now. What's going
on? None of those hits. The first 2 do not hit.
Wow. 23 and 25 hit?
Those did. Yeah, the 19s do not hit.
Wow.
20 AC.
Wow. 11. Wow.
I mean, a magically enhanced skull. It's this big, small, it's floating, and it's very hard.
I was just rowing at the crap rolls, just ignore me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No worries.
That's two twos.
Yeah. Okay, you still hit it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it does take the hit.
Good.
Anything else in this?
Not right now.
Okay. Let's see here. What's he gonna do? Yeah, why not? Tina, see, is that? Okay, actually, at the end of your turn, Tina, you're no longer blind anyway, so you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Run there. But he's gonna go ahead and do that again. Whip up those ash all around him there, and I need to go ahead and give both of you another con save at the end of Amethyst's turn. Good. Okay, yeah. So you kind of, as you see the dust start to swirl up around you there, the ash start to swirl up around you there, you close your eyes and just feel the kind of grit on your face, but no actual, um, no, nothing gets in your eyes, so you're not blinded. Lucas, you're up now.
What has Rary done to these things? Goodness
Move
me.
to where I can see.
Okay. That will definitely hit. They're 23 damage. He will take it and be not happy about that. And you see sort of and when Lucas, when you go to hit it there, the crack that you'd made the last time there was partially gone, and now you kind of widened it again. Like it had partially sealed itself over.
Regenerating them.
It can, yes. All right. The next person will have advantage on that. So I'm going to put a little glowing dot on that one, so we know next attack has advantage. Anything else you want to do there?
Forwarding inspiration to Raz.
Excellent. Raz, you are inspired.
Yay.
Let's see. What's it going to do? Yeah, it will go ahead and because it can. Keep doing this. Another Constitution save from the two of you. As the energy drain hits you again. You just keep doing this. Excellent. You're good. Okay. You resist the drain effect on you. Athena, you're up.
All right. I'm going to smack the crap out of this thing. I'm sick and tired of it.
First one with advantage.
Yep. Because this is getting annoying.
Excellent.
Come on, go away. Thank you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then this next one's going to have the side die attached to it.
Okay.
You got to get down to the bottom. Sorry.
No worries. You see at this point there, you can see the cracks forming in the skull around it there, and it is turned to fully face you. Like it is like now the eye is glowing, and you hear it say as you swing as you make your third strike, "Yes, release me."
Ooh, now I don't know if I want to.
No longer. I don't want to be in this service any longer.
Oh, you got it, dude. You got it.
Why are they defending Rary anyway when Rary's done this to them?
So I was gonna do that too, Jim.
Okay. You say that?
I would show you.
It's bound. The people with Arcana knowledge are out of the room right now, so they can't see what's happening up close here. So, or what anything else is happening here. All right. So you will just lay into it there, and the skull is extremely reinforced, and even hitting it, you can see you're not doing as much damage as you should, but the force damage is definitely a little more devastating to it there as you swing in there. The fissures in the skull crack open, and this light pours out. And you will see for just a moment, as the light is pouring up there, a bearded face, very similar to the statue you saw out in the hallway at the base of the stairs. Thank you. As the skull breaks into pieces and the gems splatter to the floor.
You're welcome. As my bonus action, I'm going to use the side power recovery.
Okay.
So I'll get one of my side die back.
Okay.
All right.
And as you kind of see the gems climb down, you'll see that the urn below, it's sort of like it's still there. You'll spot very clearly on the edge of the urn is a sword, very similar to the sword that's out on the statue as well.
I see it.
Yeah, as you see the gems fall down, you see the sword on the urn. Yes.
Hey, grab that sword! And as I run
It's
over,
etched into the stone of the urn. It is a stone urn with the etched symbol of the sword.
well,
not.
I'm
Oh,
yelling
sorry.
at them to grab the sword from the statue as I run over to Raz.
Okay.
And I will use my last action surge.
Okay.
And hit this thing 3 more times.
Go for it.
There's no advantages or disadvantages right now, correct?
Currently, no.
Okay. 1. That's a crit fail. What would you like for me to do?
In this case, nothing. You're okay.
Cool. 2.
All right, that will hit.
Yeah, no side dice on these ones.
Okay, no worries.
That's the last one.
Oh, okay, it's 23, 14. All right, cool. All right.
Jim, you did say there was a sword with the statue, right?
It's not an actual sword. It's like a statue. It's a stone. Like
Okay.
the statue of a person holding a sword. The stone is also the sword is also stone. It's part of the statue.
Okay. I think these guys are the same guys that are the statue guy. At least the one I
That
killed.
was Mordenkainen. The guys that were on the ship. Yep. That was Mordenkainen.
And it clicks to you as that thing. You heard that name among your dreams and saw that face in your dreams as well.
Yep.
The leader of the expedition that put it all together.
Maybe the person whose soul you have is also here.
Yeah. Who was yours?
Not these guys.
Not these guys. He wasn't here.
So let's
continent.
Let's get this one down and then maybe figure out what we're going to do from there. Hopefully we don't trigger anything else.
Okay. At the let's see, he's already used his turn. All right. After your turn, he's going to go ahead and go, and he's like, kind of like scanning across the two of you, as you both are there, and it sort of bobs up and down, kind of like looking back and like spinning back and forth between the two of you, and then shoots out a beam of light that is going to try to drain your lives. So go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw. Both you and Raz. As he's like kind of just sort of like kind of doing this like sweep of a greenish beam across the two of you. Ooh, Raz, take 21 necrotic. And
have your inspiration.
No.
Okay.
You also have Bardic Inspiration, which you can.
That's what I was talking about.
The Bardic Inspiration, yes, you can use for a save.
That's D20 now, right?
The D12, I think.
12.
Considering you can see that the Constitution save of 19 and you rolled an 18, so if you use it, you pass.
That's what I was talking about,
Gotcha.
not your actual inspiration. Sorry, guys.
All right, so you do not take any damage. So ignore that damage. All right. You will see then after it's done its thing, we have a little different now. You will spot three more skulls. These ones are different. These don't have gemstones. They're just these flaming greenish skulls, these glowing red eyes that will sort of hover up above there. The skulls will kind of animate and fly up there. They're going to go ahead and do this. There they are. To find them. We have this. And yeah. He's going to fly out here. Going to fly over here. And yeah, they're just going to go ahead and all three of them will do. Just sort of getting into view here. Cast magic missile. So we're gonna they're gonna have two of them on Athena and one of them on Raz. That's gonna be a total of. We'll just roll it. This will be 64. Okay, Athena, you'll be taking 22 force damage. And Raz, you'll be taking 12 force damage. As little magic missiles pelt you from these things. And essentially they just kind of open up their mouths and these little like darts of force blast into you. And we're going to pause right there and take ourselves a quick break because we are over our break time here. And I'm sure we need a little moment.
Uno momento.
So we'll be right back. Unleashed a torrent of force little magic missiles into Raz and Athena. So Raz, you are up. So top of the round.
All right, Raz grabs his little thick trinket from around his neck, and he does turn undead.
Okay. First of all, I'll just point out that Demi-Lich is immune to that, so it ignores it. But the Flame Skulls, however, what are the details of that?
All right, so they run away if they fail their save, and it's probably against my thing of DC 19, and I believe it's Wisdom.
Oh, goody. Okay, so first one over here on the top left. Are they magic resistant? They are, so they do have advantage. Oh, too bad. Okay. Next one.
Yep, Wisdom.
One down bottom there.
19.
2. Nope. And the last one. 1, 2. Oh, they're all going to run away. Cool.
And
Okay.
if they're CR 4 or lower, they just die.
4 or lower?
I am level 17. I believe. Am I level 17?
You are, yes, but I thought it was CR2.
At level 17, it says 4. Okay.
Nice.
So the flaming skulls come up there, and then Raz brings it forth his amulet there, and the flame skulls go. Burning eyes as they sort of like fade away, and the skulls vaporize and drop to the ground.
I'm gonna look at you, and I'm gonna Where have you been hiding that this whole time?
Well, it was the magic missiles. The magic missiles, I don't like them. They're just bad. They're just, annoying.
Okay. Next thing, Raz. Okay, anything else you want to do?
Cross my fingers and
Okay.
go on to the next thing.
Okay.
Thanks.
In that case, yeah, Amethyst, go for it.
Mm-hmm. It seems a bit easier in there now.
Yeah, just a bit,
Might even
huh?
come in the door. How mad are you, Jim?
No, fine.
No? Okay, good. Yeah, I'm going to... I'm hoping that nothing hears what's happening in here. Psychic does nothing to them, so... The other one wasn't, though, was he?
No, it was not.
Okay. This one seems to be a bit resistant to force damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Percepzione.
Sure.
Check my room.
We'll call that one good. Dean, you kind of glance at the skull there, seeing it there, you glance over and you will see on the pedestal that it rose up from, was this one over here, you will see a hand.
Ah, oh. Bigby, is that you? It's less big now. It's more Smallby.
Okay. All right. So, after you see you sit in the doorway there, you stay there, we're going to move back, or what are we going to do?
I'm going to stay here because I've been called a chicken by my friend.
You
Yeah,
was
In
definitely
fact, I'm not going to
Was it-
stay there. I'm going to move out of the way of the door.
Was it
There you
a
go. Okay.
chicken or a scaredy cat?
That's
Oh.
fine over there. You notice that the 3 piles of dust on the ground over there are still faintly glowing. There's a faint glow from the 3 where the flame skulls drop to the ground.
Okay.
So just something you'll take note of at least. Right. So the skull will turn and it's going to go ahead and let's see who's the. You'll hear it. Like he'll look at you, Raz.
You resist too easily. I don't like that.
And then turns to Athena.
You hit a little too hard. Let's change that up a little bit.
And I need to make me
Good luck.
a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Okay, you might do that. That you might get.
Round with fighting
Yep.
smart save.
100% you're gonna get it.
Okay. You have a vile curse placed upon you. Until this curse ends, the target has a disadvantage on all attacks and saving throws. You do get to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, though, and in the curse on a success. So it is a nasty little curse that's going to be on you at the end until the end each of your turns. We'll just put a little heart on you because it's like you feel this like dark energy wash over you, and
Hold
you
on.
feel just.
I did forget about something. I just remembered. I have
Mhm.
stuffs. I have stuffs. I remembered. I have Indomitable. I'm gonna roll that
Let's
again.
re-roll. Okay, re-roll it.
Yes!
Oh,
There you go.
wow.
That's better.
Oh, +9, y'all. There's no way I should have failed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Well, in that case, you feel the dark energy wash over you, and you calling on of your side and ignore it, and Bigby is annoyed.
Told you, Big B. I'm gonna call him out by his
Lucas.
real name.
Oh, you never heard of Bigby? Probably. But yeah, it was to the name, so.
Mm-hmm.
Move into the room. That's a lot of low numbers on that damage roll.
Okay, radiant damage there. Let's do this quick here. That, and that. Okay. So radiant damage, 30 to hit. Will hit them definitely. Yeah, that's a terrible damage roll. Okay.
Body inspiration back to Raz.
Okay. Raz has been re-inspired. Athena, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna clobber him because I didn't like that at all.
Okay. Do it.
I'm going to 3 times, all with side eye. 1.
Okay.
Here comes the side eye damage.
Are you doing cold damage to it?
Athena's doesn't have cold damage.
Why is it cold damage? You're using Frostbrand.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit Frostbrand.
Okay.
There's the real one.
Okay. We'll still count the hit from the first one there. So
I appreciate it.
15. No worries. So 26. That's 4. Okay. So that looks okay. Good.
One more. That rolled off a 20.
Okay. Some good solid blows to it there, just rocking it and smacking it, cracks forming up the side of it there.
And then bonus action second wind. 1d10 plus 17.
Alrighty. Gets to go now, and you will just hear it just give out a horrendous like owl of anguish and anger, and you'll hear the words as well of, "We shouldn't be here."
I know.
Con saves everybody.
Trying to put you back.
Just
I know.
housekeeping. I am too clean. Just to dust. Sheesh. How many times I have to say we housekeeping?
I'm gonna use the.
You're fine. DC 15.
Oh.
It's DC 15. You're fine. Amethyst, however, you may want to do something about that.
I'm going to. I don't have bardic inspiration, but I'm going to use my DM inspiration.
Isn't that what the set? Oh, you normally have. Yeah, that's right. So roll one more time.
Normally I would.
Yeah. Oof. Okay.
Wow. It's better than it was.
Your life passes before your eyes as you see all the horrors of what was done in this place, and you get a bit of an image of the actual ritual that was done to bind him to this place, and the anguish and the howl that you hear there is more about what was done to him, especially not so much a hatred of all of you. And since you were the closest to failing it there, you will get that more. You'll get that image of it. And at the bottom of the round, Lucas, you're in a right there. You will see this circle back here flash. And there is a flash of arcane energy as a person in red robe, very resplendent red robe, appears in the circle there. You shouldn't be here at all. My toys aren't good enough to dispatch you, but I will. As we will go ahead and put Rary on the turn order.
I didn't have to use Rod Ascending. Just had to think about sending him.
Yep. I changed the name of this guy. Oh, the token didn't change the name. That's the problem. Let me fix that. Hold on. Because one moment, as I know I changed the name of it. But hold on. Oh, I'm dumb. I changed the wrong place. There we go.
Use bad words.
What?
Jim would
Should be able to
never.
do this. There we go. Now we'll put that back into here as he has arrived. Rez, you have this glowing skull in front of you, and you see a flash of light, and a person appears at the far end in what appears to be some sort of a teleportation circle.
I will peer between the skull and Athena and go, and then I'll go back to the skull. All right. All this and that. You've been like necroticing me. You've been making me very unconstitutional. I've had enough. And then I'm going to heal myself for 70.
Okay, then.
And I'm going to step...
I won't even be mean and counterspell that.
Well, you could have if you wanted to.
No.
I'm
The
going to
Debulate can't.
step around the corner. And I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Let's see. What's he gonna do here? Let's see. Who's the useful one here?
I pointed amethyst.
Athena.
Yeah.
You need to give me a wisdom saving throw. Let's just see what the DC on this is. DC 20.
Well, I'm going to use that
Sorry.
Indomitable again.
Good.
See if I can to do that, and
Okay.
then hopefully just push it past with Lucas's thing. Nope. I'm just gonna
Okay.
take it.
All
Just
right
take it.
then. When you have it, you have the inspiration.
I mean, I'll try it. It's not. I guarantee you, it's not gonna roll an 8.
12. I only roll ones. You can
It's
roll
a D12.
12.
1 off. Okay. Probably better. So Athena,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be giving you some orders here
Uh-huh.
as you are now dominated.
Uh-huh.
Just do that. Whee.
Is that a psychic spell?
What do you mean?
I'm resistant
It's
to psychic.
It's not psychic damage. It's just,
Okay.
Yeah. It's a charm-based spell. Anything to do with that?
Hold on, let me double check because I was
Yeah.
reading it and I was like, I had the mental fortitude to do stuffs, and I was like, well, what does that do specifically?
Yeah, I think it gives you resistance to psychic damage. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
and I think
about-
that's all it does is just give me resistance to psychic damage. On your turn, charmed or frightened, you can expend a side die, and every effect on yourself will end.
Okay then. Good to know.
So on my turn, I can just use a die and then not do that anymore.
Excellent. Not knowing your enemies is a thing here. Okay. In that case, he will. He'll let that go. Lucas. He will move over here, just kind of out of the way.
Yep. I'm gonna try Manatech Rod to banish him.
Ooh, interesting.
Where to?
Okay. Let's see. It's a wisdom saving throw, right?
Charisma.
Charisma saving throw. Not as good at that. Okay. We'll go ahead and do that. And he'll use the legendary resistance and pass it. He doesn't want to be banished. So he'll say, no. That's one down, though. That's good. Anything else?
I give 40 inspiration to Amethyst.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Amethyst.
Hello. Rary, sir.
Yeah, and is he going to do anything? Let me double check something real fast here. He might do something in Lucas's turn. I just want to see what he's got. Sure, why not? He's going to throw... yeah, he'll do that. He's going to do a good old ray of frost at you as legendary action. So we'll call it. Oh, darn it! I want the attack roll. Why you do that? Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, he just threw a banishment at him. He's going to throw a ray of frost back at him. There we go. Plus 12 to hit. That's what I want to do. Okay. Ooh, boy. Okay. Yeah. That's going to be a crit. So that'll be ouch.
23. Just this temporary hit point number.
36. 8d8. 4d8 doubled.
Wow.
Cold damage.
Cold damage, yes. Yeah. So you're probably resistant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're good. So only 18. You still have temporary hit points. You're all good.
You're just killing me.
Yep.
No, I'm not got temporary hit points anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
darn.
Yeah,
So
he took
Amethyst-
damage earlier, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's right. For the ice devils. So Amethyst, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to do this. And hope that he's not resistant to psychic damage. Or immune.
Double checking resistances here.
He's probably going to pass that because it's an intelligence save. I never even thought. Never mind.
I mean,
It's still 22.
I rolled a 3. There you go. He does
Okay.
have. Is he resistant? He is not resistant himself there, but he has legendary, and that's annoying. He doesn't want. He doesn't want to have that. He'll burn another legendary resistance because why not?
Okay. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, it isn't the
Yeah.
damage. It's not the damage he cares about. It's the other.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. Your turn over?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll do the same thing to you. Ray of Frost at you.
No.
At the end
No,
of
thank
your
you.
turn. Only a 20 to hit, though.
Wait a minute. Because there is a thing I can do here, isn't there?
Okay. There's only a cantrip. So
Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Yep.
okay,
So, where is it?
it says the cantrip. So it's 20 to hit. Does it hit 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, that will be 4d8 cold. So 20 cold.
Right in the temporary hit point.
Excellent.
How long did that last?
Okay, that was the end of Amethyst's turn. So Athena, you are up.
I am controlled by you still.
But you can expend your die and break it, right?
I can, but it's at the start of my turn. I can do that.
It's the start of your turn.
Okay. Just making sure that we use terminology correctly.
So
I will
it's not the
break
start
that.
of your turn, so you basically spend the die and break it. And
Okay.
Rary looks annoyed.
Rary. You turd bucket. I have been saving this for when he came, and I realized that we're under the first set of stairs, so I can't jump. But I am going to run.
Sure.
Did you just call Rary a turd bucket?
I did call him a turd bucket.
It's chamber pot.
I love that.
It's only a 10, right? No. Weird. I just realized Demi-Liches don't have a attack to use as an attack opportunity. That's awesome. Okay.
And
Because their attacks.
think
No.
Oh,
I mean, Rary might, but not the Demi-Lich version.
right, yeah.
So turns and looks at you.
Hi.
Hi.
Well,
Hi, Mr. Turd Bucket.
Mr. Turd Bucket.
Why don't you, big slab of meat?
That's what they call me. Big slab of meat.
Sure.
Well, we will now.
21.
Oh.
I'll hit him. Let's see. Is he gonna beat that Penny?
Well, one of them
Sure.
is going to get this.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, he's gonna cast shield as a reaction and ignore the
Okay.
first and the third hit
Okay.
because that will raise his AC up enough high enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's gonna be 16. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So, I think on that one, I thought it gave me an option to grapple instead, but let me double check it.
Sure.
Because I would rather grapple him.
Okay.
Let me double check.
He just wants to give him a cuddle.
But, so many of Jim's monsters have hugged me. It's time to start hugging back.
Does that mean you're going to lie to them soon as well?
Right? No. Jim, that does not. It's just the save to get knocked back.
Oh, okay. Spring save. Easy done. Okay, cool. We'll just do that. Look at that, a 4. He'll get knocked back from you, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Gets pushed back a little ways.
I'm gonna keep shoving him into the wall, y'all. That is what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's everything.
All
right.
I did all 3 of my attacks, and he stopped 2 of them. So, little turd bucket. It's a turd. He's a turd.
So Big B, what's he gonna do? Oh, darn it. Let me roll D6 real fast. Oh, okay, recharged. Cool.
die?
No, he's still right there.
Oh.
Morning and Kaden went down.
Morton, yeah. Mort went down. Mm-mm.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to and this time he's going to howl again, but he's actually going to shift to there. Let me just double check that. Yep, that'll do. That'll do. Perfect. Everyone within 30 feet. Another Constitution saving throw, please.
Raz, we really need you to get him to stop because this is annoying.
I keep telling him, house cleaning, leave us alone, house cleaning.
And he's just like,
Rary, if these are all dispatched, you need to let me go.
and last one, Amethyst, too.
Oh, shit, sorry.
No worries.
Oh, that's what I was looking up.
How about we just dispatch Rary for you and then you can go?
Okay, you're fine. Two of you, both Raz and Athena, feel your life force being drained away. Actually, you feel sort of like this blackness come over your vision for a moment as you realize if you hadn't resisted this, you would drop to 0 hit points. And you are all currently frightened until your next turn.
Okay.
Raz, you're up.
My buddy next to me. It's gonna be a wisdom saving throw.
What you doing to him?
For radiant, sword of radiance.
Okay.
19.
Team saving throw. Let's see.
Oh, that one's a con. Sorry, that one's a con.
Con saving throw? Okay.
Nah.
Making us do con saves. Time to return the favor.
He does. So is it all or nothing, or is it?
Yes, all or nothing.
Okay.
I believe.
So he will ignore it.
Little dwarf, you realize those skulls are going to come right back. It's all a waste of time.
Oh, you don't know Raz. Raz has plenty of time.
Okay. All right. At the end of his turn.
No, that's I can really.
Okay. The end of your turn. Ooh, who's the difficult one here? You're all difficult.
We are.
Apparently
I'm also
not
the one in
Raz.
his face.
So
I'm proud of
1,
that.
2, 3, 4. So go around that way. So 1, 2. Amethyst. You need to give me a wisdom saving throw. As he tries to curse you. Curse you.
Okay.
I don't know why.
He tried that on me too, Amethyst. It just felt like a little tickle, and then it went away.
It's fine. Yep.
See? A
Yep.
little tickle, and then it goes away.
Yeah.
Yes. You feel a tickle of a curse. Rary's up. Okay. Oh, actually, Rary gets to do something too. I forgot Rary had one more spell to throw right before his turn. We'll back it up there.
Wait a second.
I tried to get him to want to attack me and nobody else, so I keep picking on him. What are you waiting on?
I've got a thing. I think I've got a thing. Just give me a second. I can't find it. Where is it? There it is. Was that an enchantment spell?
It wasn't a spell; it was a curse.
Oh, okay. Wasn't a spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Carry on.
it's it's a legendary action for him.
Okay.
Vile
Okay.
curse. Yeah, no worries. Oh, what the heck? He's gonna. I mean, you're right there in front of him. He's gonna go ahead and hit you with Ray of Frost. Because
frosty.
he's Mrs. Rary.
Rary is if does that count for the cloak of displacement at doing it disadvantaged?
I guess technically.
I don't know how spellcasting works that
I mean,
well.
it's a spellcasting roll. It's a hit roll. So
So rolls a hit, yeah.
and he rolled a hit.
Yeah,
Okay, well he'll still hit you,
he will.
but it won't be for 8d8. It'll be for 4d8. But take 14 cold damage, and you're
Yeah.
yep, and minus 10 to your movement.
Oh, I'm so scared of that.
I mean, sure.
I am. No, really, I am. Because if he gets too far away from me, he's not going to want to attack me.
You're right. And it is his turn now. So he has to go. He's going to go ahead and... sure. Since he's out of your reach now. He's going to go over here.
He's not out of my reach.
And whatever.
Okay. Jim.
He doesn't know that. He's like
He doesn't know that.
He's smart, but he doesn't know what your reach is. We still miss him.
I do. It's because he made it 10 foot shorter. I hate it so much.
He's gonna rush over to Lucas there. And he's gonna do paralyzing touch. So that's gonna be look at that.
Wow. Did you turn on the crit
But
meter?
you still have foresight going, so it's still a disadvantage for him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 28. Still hit, but not a crit. So this will be only 3d6 cold damage. But I need a Constitution saving throw.
Is that 12 cold damage?
Yep, 12 cold damage.
He's dealing cold damage? Okay.
That's going to be a charisma saving throw again.
Yep.
12. He'll use the last legendary, because why not? Being banished is not good for him. So.
No, you can't do that.
What? I used up all your legendary resistances. That's what I wanted to do.
He still has counter spells.
So do we.
Yes, you do. All right. Anything else?
I bardic inspiration to Athena.
Okay.
Yay.
Alrighty then. The end of your turn.
I just thought.
Hmm.
What do you mean, oh no? How rude. He can't charm me.
No? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good.
I got protection from evil and good on me.
Gotcha.
Yep.
He will kind of look at you, Lucas, and kind of as he's attacked you and as you've made your saves, he sort of glances at you and
That's not playing very fair, is it?
as he sort of like seems to determine the spells that are upon you at the moment. And we're gonna go ahead and that'll be that. Amethyst, you're up.
What did he mean by that?
You don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you can try to figure it out, but
The foresight thing?
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm not telling you one way or the other. That's just what he says.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh. Can we? What are the rules on counterspell and counterspell?
I mean, as long as you want to burn the slots.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh.
I really dislike the person using their casting a spell, then using their own reaction as a counteraction to the counteraction of the like. But it's rules as written, so whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't generally do that anyway.
If you got the spell slots for and
But like, if you're using like an 8th or a 9th level spell and it gets counterspelled, that's really annoying because they're counterspelling that with a 3rd level spell, and that's just no.
You've done it plenty of times as well, so Yes. You guys have countered the enemies way more than they've countered you over the years. So.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Liar.
Okay. All right. For now, let's go. Let's go with synaptic static again, just because. Screw this guy.
That is an intelligence save.
Yep.
Risk that one? Yeah, he'll risk that one. Yeah, he's good.
Damn it.
So plus 12, you need to roll a 10. 50-50. Let's shoot for it here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. He still gets half of that though, right?
A which?
Oh,
the psychic?
He takes 8d6 psychic damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful
Gotcha. Okay,
one.
so he'll take the same. He'll take some damage. Okay.
Yeah, but he doesn't get the muddled thought.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Trying to muddle Rary's thoughts, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
More muddle his thoughts though, aren't we? Let's face it, guys.
Anything else you're doing?
Not right now. Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah. He will go ahead. Lucas, he's going to reach out and it's like he's experimenting here at this point. He's going to go ahead and try to grab you again there with a paralyzing touch as a legendary action. That will be 19 to hit. Does he normally?
What is a disadvantage?
Okay, I'll roll it again. So 19 to hit. Because I rolled it again, so 19 and a 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be 17 cold damage. Wow, on 3d6.
Wow.
All but max. Good lord.
One off max. That's crazy.
So and a con save.
Because of Yukon.
And with advantage for you. Okay, that 30 again. Wow.
We've come out with
Yeah.
the crit masters
Yeah.
today, y'all. I swear.
So yeah, at this point he's like kind of like, yes, of course. And that will be his legendary action. Athena, you're up.
Athena! Gonna go here. Because he reduced my speed by 10.
Yep, but that's still in your reach.
Yeah, it is. Is this, is it just for this turn, or is it...
Just for this turn, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just on your next turn. Nice.
A crit. I had the crit master keep going.
There it is. Okay. Okay, so 24. Ouch. 29.
Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna hit.
22 will hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you shield, that will hit.
He's a wizard, man.
Yeah.
He is.
I mean, he's got a good AC, but he's not that good. Like,
He's pretty.
He's still in row.
I
40.
am.
Ooh, wow, that's a big hit.
So Athena used both hands to attack with that one.
Sure.
She's going to put the great axe in one hand and pull out the scimitar in the other. So now she's got two weapons going.
Okay.
But that's it. She's done with her turn.
Sure. All right. Okay.
So that means that reach is not a thing because she's only using one hand, or it's the great axe in general to 10 feet.
What does it say for the weapon?
It says for the weapon, it's a 10-foot reach, but she's only using it with one hand.
Oh, so you'd be shrink it down to it's normal. Okay.
Right.
One-handed version. Yeah.
Right. So it's only 5 feet now, right?
Right.
Copy.
Copy.
Yeah, so, all right. Let's see here. He already burned it 'cause he tried to curse you. He's got one more legendary to do. So what's he gonna do instead? It's a cantrip it is. Let's see which one he wants to use then. Can't do that. Okay. In that case, yeah, since he's up on top, because he's gonna go ahead and do shocking grasp on you. 15 will not hit you, so doesn't matter what the second roll is. As his hands are still out there, he tries to like last week you flinch away from it enough that the sparks kind of dissipate and don't hit you. So now it's Demi all toward Rary, who's also in range but doesn't care. Con saves, I see 2 of them so far. I need Lucas and Amethyst. Hey, you're good? Lucas, you're good. Okay. Lucas, you now feel that sort of like lurching sensation of like that death's door feeling a moment there as the howl of rage washes over you. But you manage to step back from the edge of the cliff of it. Raz, you're up.
All right. The guy next to me, Mr. Bigby, again.
$18 will not hit him.
I can use my inspiration.
Yes, you can. Absolutely. You rolled above a 1, so you do hit him.
22.
You needed to roll a 2 or better.
25 radiance.
Okay. The bolt hits him. You see the skull crack open and the eyes flare. The greenish light from the gems turns yellow from the guiding bolt as the light kind of pours out through his mouth as well, and the skull shatters and drops to the ground as Bigby falls as well. And the last thing you hear is, "Thank you."
You're welcome very much.
That's Morton Bigby.
Or Bigby's Morton.
That was Morton Kana, and that's Bigby.
Yeah. All right. So Rary's turn. Let's go ahead. He's going to cast a spell. Very powerful spell by the look of it.
I'm going to throw a counter at him.
You have a counter spell?
No, but I have a counter.
Okay. All right.
Oh, dear Lord.
He is casting a spell.
I'll do a counter spell.
Okay. What level? This third?
Third, yeah.
Yeah, then go ahead and give me that check. Because it is definitely a check to have to make.
9th level spell.
Yep.
And he's going to kick your face off.
22.
22. Well, you see, that would be an 11th level spell, 12th level spell. So yes, that would counter the thing there, since you have advantage on that.
12th level.
Because it's the DC to counter the spell is 10 plus the level of the spell, so a 22 would be a 12th level spell. But I mean, he's not going to take that lying down, so he's going to counter your counter spell because he's going to be a jerk like that. As he counters spells.
Oh, can I counter that? Or
You
is
sure
that
could.
ridiculous?
You sure could.
It's all ridiculous, but you know what?
Oh, it's all ridiculous. Yeah, this is spell dueling here happening here, so it makes sense.
It's like watching ping pong. My head is going back and
potentially
forth.
him trying to kill my friend, though, isn't it? So,
No,
like,
I mean, this is
kill.
not a spell that you've seen. It's not even an offensive spell. He's not pointing at you guys. Okay.
Oh.
However,
Okay.
because this is Rary and because it's more cinematic here, let's roll off. You roll your counter spell against his counter spell, essentially. See if you can break it there. Nice. Let's see if he can do it. He's going to make an intelligence check. Let's see, where's it at here? Since he's undead, he's not quite as intelligent as he used to be. 24. Nice.
man.
Nice. Awesome. You rolled the same, but you have one more bonus than he does. So
Close, but no cigar.
essentially, so I'll just so the description here. You all feel this suddenly like this slowing sensation. Like everything around you starts to slow down. The sounds in your ears sort of become muffled for a moment as time seems to slow. Lucas, you put up your counter spell and you break it. He throws up a counter spell as well, trying to stop that. And Amethyst, you then basically, so the energy just swirls in and shatters his counter spell here, and time all snaps back to normal as he was casting Time Stop.
Man, that was wicked.
Yep. And now he's just like glares at all of you and feeding all the skulls he has in particular his areas down. That will be his turn. He's going to go ahead and see where he is at the moment. Yep, that will do. Because he's realizing that running past all of you is going to be a problem. No, he can do that and not draw attacks. He is smart. So he will move to there. Because he's not leaving your reach, Athena.
Oh, he doesn't know.
He does now. He's seen you. You just hit him from 10 feet away twice. Like, so he knows now.
He knows now, but he doesn't know that I stopped doing that.
Yeah, this is true.
So he did leave her space.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. So you get an attack of
you
opportunity?
want to use your reaction? Okay.
No, remember my weapon shrunk down to the 5 foot.
Yeah,
right.
and that,
So
that
he
means
left,
he's
so right
you don't
here,
have 10-foot reach. Now he's just left your space.
Yeah, he left your reach when he went there.
Because he thinks you still have 10-foot reach. But
Well,
you don't.
Then he's going to get one of these.
Okay, you're going to smack him? Okay.
Not very well.
16 will not hit. Wow, okay.
That's frostband.
There's no mouth. What are you talking about?
Inspiration.
Oh,
Okay.
I was responding to a message, sorry.
Okay. No. Alrighty. So that's that then. That's his turn. He's good. No bonus. He's all set. Lucas, you're up. Kind of moved around you and kind of as he's glaring at you. At this point, like the skin is sort of cracked away at half of his face, almost like a porcelain like shell is cracking away. And you see the kind of the skull, and this half of his face is now all just sort of this like open faced, like decayed, withered skin underneath.
Anyway, still next to you, isn't he? Yeah, I'm gonna cast him.
Which one? Okay. Oh.
Old monster.
Will that work on undead? Oh. What? Okay. I won't make the mistake because he's immune to paralyze. So essentially, he just sort of looks at you and sees the magic washing over him and says, like,
that won't work at all.
okay.
I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Raz.
Raz, go ahead and do another inspiration for you. What's he gonna do then? I think he's going to. Oh darn! Just out. And you are as well. Okay. Yeah, he'll do this then. Okay. Seeing what you have going on there. as a legendary action, he's going to do Frightening Gaze on you, Athena.
Oh, man.
DC 18 Wisdom save.
All right. Okay, here we go.
Okay. You are frightened for 1 minute.
I'm Bardic Inspiration.
You could use Bardic Inspiration if you want to. Or 2 or better.
I don't like being frightened because that means I can't chase him.
Well, frightened means you're I mean, the frightened condition means you're at disadvantage and everything when he's in view.
I thought that meant you couldn't actually go toward them either.
That's a specific spell effect, I believe. It's not a frightened
Oh.
condition, I don't think.
I think as a condition of fear, you can't go any closer to. You don't have to run
Yeah.
away unless it specifically says, but you can't go
We
any
can't go closer to them. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thought it was that was only specific effects that couldn't let you go toward them. Okay. All right.
I'll look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the frightened condition. It's fine.
Because you can't willingly move closer towards the source of the fear.
Alrighty, cool. In that case, so it's fine. Yeah. So you still say it though. So you ignore it, and no more inspiration. I'm gonna put that back to the player. There we go. Cool. All right. All right. In that case, that's that. Amethyst, you're up. He's moving toward you. Can't really move closer to the sphere. Cool. Awesome. You're now immune to that fear now, Athena. So don't worry about that again.
I'm immune to it?
To that fear, yes. Yes. His frightening gaze can no longer affect you.
You say that. I would love to be able to kill him, but that's probably not going to happen. But I'm going to use this, even though he's probably going to counter it.
Done is what? Dumbfounded. Stunned. Stun is an effect, isn't it? It's not a only effect he's not immune to.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay, con save. It is stunned. Okay, so he is just stunned. And then, all right, cool. Fascinating.
Are you stunned, Rary?
Yep.
Apparently.
Wow. Great job, dude.
Incapacitated. You need incapacitation.
Okay. Yeah.
You're immune to everything else, but not stunned. It's crazy.
Okay.
You
Now you've
created.
got advantage to hit him.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel like pushing him over, but I'm not going to do that.
I mean, you
feel like-
automatically fail strength saving throws.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I can just push him over and let him sit down on the floor next to Lucas. That would be really fun. Yeah, go on, let's do that. Just push him over.
So on it's a telekinetic push, right?
Yeah.
Is it push back 5 feet or knock prone?
It's
What does it say?
It's just push back. It's
Okay.
push or pull
Okay.
in either direction.
Okay. All right.
Let me look. It's gone forever. It's not here anymore. It's gone.
Yeah, it's fine. Sorry about it. Yeah, you push him back, and so Ray gets pushed back toward you next to Lucas there, and he's just sort of like his eyes are sort of he's just sort of like staring off at Amethyst right now, and just sort of like wavering on his feet a little bit strangely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's that. Athena, you're up.
Training on his feet, you said? So I'm going to aim for his feet.
Okay.
For his feet?
Yeah, knock him
Get him
prone.
get him in the brain.
I mean, you already have advantage. Knocking him prone won't help you.
Yeah.
Well,
Get him in the brain. Just hit him.
I'll hit him in the brain.
You still can't. It's either way we go. It's fine.
All right, so I am going to hit him in the brain.
Okay.
I'm going to do one attack with the great axe at the 5 foot, not the 10 foot. Is that rolling?
Roll the hit with advantage, not the roll the hit with advantage, not the roll the attack with advantage.
Oh.
Not the damage. You roll the damage over again, not the hit.
Well, there's the
Your
damage.
Okay.
I'm
So you're attacking with advantage, so you might crit on these. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
right. But what I'm trying to do is roll with the D10 and not the D12. Click on the D10 button. It's still rolling a D12.
I see that. Yep.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. So we know it's +8, so you just roll the D10. Use the D10 button and just roll that.
That's what I'm doing right now. There you go.
Okay, so he's 13 on the first one.
And then Frostband. No. I'm just going to do this. Advantage. To hit. Ignore the damage if it rolls out.
Okay.
And a D10. 16 damage.
Okay.
Last roll.
Oof, definitely hit.
Ew, that wasn't a lot of damage though. That's only 9 points of damage.
Okay. He's looking pretty beat up. You have smashed the crap out of him right now.
Well, he is a squishy mage.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A squishy, incredibly powerful 20th level mage. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's also a lich.
Mm-hmm.
And a lich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a bitch.
Unfortunately, he's all of his reinforcements are gone, which is a bit of a problem for him. And his one potential fix for this problem here got counterspelled.
Yeah.
So, right. Raz, you're up.
Right, Raz is up. Raz says, woo hoo hoo hoo, he cannot defend himself. He is defenseless. I am bringing the doom.
Bring it, dude.
25.
It will hit. 9th level.
43 radiant.
Oof.
Fighting bolt at 9th level. Good
Oof.
lord.
Yeah. You see, he just lights up like a Christmas tree. You can see at this point his eyes have just kind of like the last sort of shreds of like porcelain-like skin sort of crack and fall away as he's like. And yeah, he's not happy about this. On is his turn. Yes, the Christmas. Sure, yes, the Winterfest. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
On his turn, you will see I'll roll the save.
Mm-hmm.
See here. Con save, where is it at? It's over here. Natural one.
For goodness sake.
But he has advantage. 17, still not enough. So roll the 1 and a 7. So he like tries to force himself out of it, shaking and clawing at trying to force his way out of this there. You can see he's like straining, like even though he's stunned, he's still sort of straining to kind of gain control of himself and move away. Amethyst, you got the best vantage point there. He is he is obviously trying to like be able to cast a spell. And you recognize the spell because you've seen it, and essentially it is Misty Step, where he's trying to step somewhere. And give me an insight check to see if you can see what he's going for.
He's going to the coffin.
He certainly is. He's trying to get. Essentially, he's looking over here and he's trying to force the spell out there, but unfortunately, with the horrible Constitution saving throw, he's gonna go. He's like still stuck in place. At this point, the last thing, that's it for him. Lucas, he is straining at whatever at this effect here, trying to force himself out of it, is not able to do so.
Why, Rary? Why? It makes no sense.
He's still stunned. I'm going to move away from him.
Yep.
We should probably go over and have a look in that coffin, I reckon. Oof, nice.
Okay.
I think we do that.
Okay. He essentially, yeah, you'll see just where do you want to hit him specifically? Like where are you aiming for with a guiding bolt?
Just in his chest.
Okay. Yeah. So he's already lit up from Raz's. You kind of like just bury it right in there. You kind of see there's now just this gaping hole that's open in his chest there. This withered looking black lump that might have been a heart at one time is just sort of there, and he's just and like he's trying to speak. It isn't to breathe, but he's trying to speak, and it's just not coming out there as he's trying to do anything else. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's it.
At the end of your turn, this is what he wanted. He wanted more, but this is his last thing he can do. Essentially, is it's his last strike. Essentially, he will erupt into this just wave of this black energy that just pours out of him. You'll actually see, Lucas, from your vantage point there, the withered looking lump in his chest there explodes, like literally just just detonates. This black wave comes out. Only you and Athena are within 20 feet of him, though, so you're the only one's going to be making a DC Constitution, 18 Constitution. This wave of the black energy wafts out from the two of you. Okay. Lucas, you 19 will do it. You will still take what was that? 23 necrotic damage. That's if you had failed, it would have dropped you. Essentially, it's the death strike. Essentially, so you take 66 on a successful save. So 23 necrotic damage on you, and he he falls to the ground, just collapses to the ground there, and is still. You see,
why
everything quiet.
It makes no sense, Rary.
What doesn't?
Music did.
None dead.
Oh,
Did I? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
I said why. It makes no sense, Rary.
What makes no sense? That's what I said, and then I didn't hear what you said after.
Oh, I said because he created us. He killed all those people. For what? What was the purpose?
Power.
But what power? Where? He was I had literally nothing
phylactery, shall we
Yeah.
get a wiggle on?
Are we out of turn order?
Yes, at this point, yeah. Everything is quiet and still at the moment here. There's nothing for the moment there. Looking at this, you'll see there is a glowing skull on top of this thing here. It is not glowing like these skulls that were around on the pedestals here. It is a human skull. There is a kind of greenish. There's like a candle set in the top of there with kind of like what seems to be like perpetually running wax down the sides there. The eyes are glowing kind of an orangish color as well. The the skull is just like it is literally there like just sitting there not doing anything, but there is a trace of magic to it.
What should we do?
That's what you see.
Anything around where he rose? Any
Which one? Who rose? That's a
Rary.
circle. That's a metal circle, a disc there in there.
No
When you check it out
compartments
there,
or anything?
no, it's literally it seems to be a magic circle of some kind.
These 3 glowy dots still glowing?
Yes,
Yes.
it's piles of dust that are faintly glowing.
Okay. But we were told that they were going to come back, weren't we? So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought the cleric might want to look at them.
Yep.
Yeah. Athena.
Yeah.
You help us get this lid off. What kind of magic is this giving off if I do detect magic again?
I'll check the thing for traps first.
Thanks.
The skull's giving off necromancy.
That's why I picked the furthest spot in the room.
Yeah. The skull on top of there is giving off necromancy.
Perception or investigation for checking the lid for traps?
Either investigation usually. You're looking at all the details and I'm not just standing back and glancing at it. You will see. Yes, there is a faint aura of some sort of black, some sort of a black line, or essentially around the inside of the coffin lid, or this thing here. And yes, it's also the skull itself is giving off necromancy. Well, actually, so are the pillars giving off necromancy. The glowing piles are giving off necromancy. And the coffin itself is giving off necromantic magic. There's a lot of necromancy in here.
I'll try and dispel the thing around the lid.
Okay. You do so. It is a 3rd level spell, essentially. And so yeah, you don't need to cast or check on that one. It's you kind of see there. It's sort of what happens is sort of like you cast it and it's just sort of this black ooze just runs down the sides of it there as it becomes inactive. These little rivulets of black goop that pour down the side of the thing there. But that's inactive now. Who's checking? So yes, you're checking that. Okay, all right. Athena.
Yeah.
Saying that closely there, your eyes are drawn to the skull sitting on top there.
Mm-hmm.
Something about it just feels strange to you. There's almost like a pull to it. It you don't know quite understand why, but there's like as Lucas is kind of casting the spells and we're kind of standing on there, your eyes keep getting drawn back to it again and again. Do you have medicine? You're intelligent. Give me an intelligence check.
I don't have medicine, and I do have intelligence.
Give me an intelligence check then. It's fine.
7s are my number today, y'all.
You have a hard time with that. The skull doesn't look human. Doesn't look Goliath either. That's for sure.
I'm gonna touch it.
Okay.
No, wait, don't.
Does it look elvish?
I'm gonna touch it.
She's the one looking at it.
All right.
Okay. There is a flash. You get like suddenly, and those of you seeing her, as she touches the skull there, her back arches, and she's sort of like just like you just see her eyes just kind of like stare off into space for a moment there. Athena, you are suddenly flooded with just literally centuries of memories of being in the forest, of being in an alpine forest, being in a monastery-like place, studying over books, casting spells. It's all of this rush of just nonstop. And it's like it's you kind of as Lucas from your vantage point there, from where she's facing there, her eyes are like flicking back and forth, just like crazy. Athena, you see elves of all types. You see a lot of like wolf-like people, and you realize it's very much the same environment that you flew over. You're seeing Scarlos, and then you're seeing other places, and eventually the last memories you're seeing are of a sprawling city and a white kind of square tower and lots of other people in robes and wizards and casters of different kinds there as you're walking through this place there, and you see this tall, broad-shouldered, bearded man, very commanding presence there, a shorter, sort of little rounder but pleasant-looking man, a man in red robes that you recognize as the person you just got dropped back over here. You see other spellcasters everywhere, and then you see a ship, a dark wooden ship that people are loading things on. And you see moving across the ocean, the black choppy sea. You see, and suddenly you realize that now you're catching up to the dream that you had many times there of the ship landing. You hear Rary's voice calling out, and see the wave of demons moving in, and the massive and what you see this time is one of the other people on this ship. Like, this is from the angle you didn't quite see this before here, turns into Trexiarch. Like, literally his body breaks apart and swells up and becomes huge. Pulls out the sword, materializes there, and then this thing lays waste into people there, striking down the captain and turning around and striking you as you see the last moments of Melf and a whole lot of his life before that. This is the skull of Melf.
It's time to put him to rest. I don't want him to turn into one of those things we fought before.
It's and what you'll see is as you kind of come to and you hold this, and you're touching the skull there, the lights in the eyes, the orangish lights there, go out. The candle, the greenish looking candle on top, goes out. And it just is a skull sitting there. And with this, as you saw all this here, and it was only seconds. It just felt like you couldn't tell how much time it was. It felt like centuries, but it felt like minutes or seconds. Everyone else, it was only a couple of seconds this happened in, as you kind of move around and see this happen there. And with this, as you're detecting magic, the second like she slumps and kind of like body relaxes there, the necromantic magic on the skull fades away. It is inert at this point. Just a skull. Yep. It's just the one. Yep.
Yeah, I know. I put the S in
No.
there. Didn't mean to.
Yeah. So, at this point, Lucas, yeah, you can, Amethyst, the two of you, you can still, there's still a necromantic energy of some kind, not on the coffin itself, but it's still around you. It's hard to pinpoint it exactly. But between you and Lucas, and if Raz is going to help, you can move the lid away.
There's no traps. I'll help. Yes.
Yeah, there's no there. The thing moves away there, and inside you will see one more skull. This one banded in just sigils and symbols and metal bits and shoved it into it there. This one it's definitely giving off aura as well.
Any religion?
This looking around and seeing all the bits in there, this is very likely a phylactery.
The phylactery. Hey Athena, how do you feel like smashing Rary's phylactery so he can't ever come back?
I am going to stand up, hold the skull up, and I'm going to swing it like a baseball bat with my axe in one hand. I know it's a two-handed weapon, but I'm going to swing it with one hand because the other skull is still in my hand.
Okay.
Into dust.
So you pick it up there. You swing. So as you do that, is anyone going to do anything else as this is being done?
Yeah, I can throw some spells into it.
Okay.
Is it magical or is it just?
It's giving off an aura. It is not. It's. Yes, there is a magical aura about it there of necromancy, obviously. So yeah, there is, and I believe you've seen something similar with a different item before when you killed the lich before, but Lucas, you're certain this is a phylactery, so you want to add anything to the mix here, you can definitely do so.
Try a dispel magic against it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay.
Me too, then. Me three.
All right. So essentially, as it's up in the air, you each cast a spell magic on it, and each one of the spell magics that hits it, a band of metal or sigils will flare up and then fade away, and or a bit of protrusion from it will like flake away and fall off there. So things kind of floats up and comes down, and in that moment, the axe hits it, and just at that point is effectively a normal skull. Still with energy in it. You can see Amethyst there, but it shatters into just fragments of bone and dust that's just scattered away as the magical aura will dissipate. The body of Rary over here suddenly spasms and then completely stags and starts to decay very, very quickly. As Rary, the traitor, Rary, the lich, is no more. All that's left. Also, there's a very, very fancy robe he was wearing, and the blood red color starts to fade away from it, leaving behind a black robe.
Oh. Can we look at it?
It's very, very magical.
Okay. Very, very magical.
It is a Robo the Archmage.
Oh, sure.
What's it?
Technically, he should have had advantage on all those saving throws he had before. Like, oh crap, I forgot about that. He doesn't have resistance. Why not? Oh, it's there on the. Oh yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
But if it's black, you have to be evil, don't you?
This isn't Dragonlance.
Ah. That's the thing with the robe of the Archmage. It has to have.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no alignment to it anymore.
Huh?
This is exquisite. Elegant garment made of exquisite cloth adorned with runes.
Okay.
Effectively, while it was attuned by a Rary, it was blood red.
Okay.
Some things here. The urns themselves, you will see that, yes, this one here has a hand on it. This one has a sword on it back over here. These other three, one has a bow, one has an axe, and one has a cross set of either daggers or swords. You're not sure what they were.
What's this one again? Sorry.
On the urns, the 5 urns that are here.
Urns.
Yes. The ones, yes, the piles of dust here are still magical. And Lucas, you've done enough arcane. You got a high enough arcane there. We'll call it there. These are flame skulls. They will reform after an hour or so, unless they are either cleansed or dispelled or something else. So holy water, or dispel magic, remove curse. That will prevent them from rejuvenating.
Has Raz got any holy water?
I have holy water. I sprinkle them on them. Sprinkle,
Yep.
sprinkle, sprinkle.
Okay.
You are no longer so evil, evil,
Yeah.
evil.
As you sprinkle the holy water on the pile of dust there, you will see the amethyst. You'll see the necromantic energy and the faint glows on them will all fade away, leaving behind a normal pile of dust. The urns themselves, the magic in them essentially strengthens and fortifies them and keeps the contents safe. There's not as much necromantics, more preservation type thing. They are sort of reinforced by magic. As the three the frame skulls are dissipated, the glow will fade from the 3 there that they came from. Morton, Caden, and Bigby. All is a series of kind of yellowish greenish gems for the eyes and the teeth. Very nicely cut gems. They give off a really nasty aura, however. Just the gems do. More necromancy. But the skulls are broken, and the skulls don't seem to be intact any longer.
Do we want to just? Would we have to dispel magic on all of the gems separately, or could we do it in a pile of gems?
I mean, you probably, thinking it over, dispel magic, you probably need to have it actually cleansed.
Right. Okay.
Like in a temple.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Like a ceremony spell in a temple to cleanse them would basically remove any traces of the magic. You were gonna say, Athena?
I know that you said that they were in pieces, the skulls, but can I pick them up?
I mean, they're broken. It's sort of yeah. I mean, they are definitely. I mean, they're somewhat intact. They're not powdered like the other ones were. They're just broken, cracked skulls and fragments and stuff like that. So You could.
I'm going to gently pick them up and put them in my bag, and I'm going to take them home and bury them properly in their homes.
Okay.
Back to their peoples.
Lucas, in your time studying and reading about some of these, I think you spent some time studying the expedition actually for a while there earlier. There was always this nagging question of a powerful wizard like, especially a powerful wizard like Morton Kanan. There's no way he didn't have some sort of like fail safe or something that would prevent it to come back. I mean, wizards have the clone spell, and he was high enough to cast it. Why didn't it ever work? And there was always this conjecture about what could have happened there to prevent him. And one of the leading theories is that something happened to him to prevent him from being able to come back.
Traxiarch.
Nope.
No?
Traxiarch destroys the soul. Their souls were bound to these skulls.
Yeah.
They couldn't reanimate because they were bound here. So somewhere out there, Morden Kanan, maybe even Bigby, may be reborn. If it's still intact out there somewhere. They have a clone somewhere. It will activate now, finally.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not so much for Rary, though, as he is truly destroyed, gone, and will never be able to harm anyone or do anything like this again.
Good.
And with that, we'll call things for a close today, as we are at our time. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the craziness that was this little encounter. Those of you out there watching now and in the future, thanks for hanging out with us. It's always great to have you here. Hope you had fun as well. As always, stop by the tavern anytime. Drinks are on us. We'll see you again real soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye, folks.
All right, we have transitioned.